Jones with the lyrical. With the homies tryna pop like the cereal. Lucky Charms got a model on my arm. Gold watch on my wrist, garlic parm. No alarm, fireworks, I can feel it in the sky. I got love in my eyes, but there's money on my mind. I see passion and pride that despise all the lies. I've been around the world, so I'm down for the ride. Good drinks, good people, and good times. Fast cars, pretty women on FaceTime. More money, more fun in my life. I'm just chasing my shots with good vibes.
Feeling good, feeling great on my time. Won't let a hater block my shine. I'm just living my life. Too busy chasing good vibes. Chasing good vibes. Chasing good vibes. Chasing good vibes. Too busy chasing good vibes. Too busy chasing good vibes.
Friday night putting them plays in, but it feel like a special occasion. So let's go out, go blazing, hit the dance floor, let go frustrations. I might have a hidden agenda, but my intention's pure. I'll give you all that I got, and I hope that you don't need more. It's okay, just take my hand now. Damn near sweating your hair out. You got me creasing my sneakers. That's usually something I care about. Couldn't see the path, but it's clear now. You was in my dreams, but you here now. And I just want a little dance and a reason to change my plans. All I want is for you to dance with me, with your hands in the air where I can see. I don't know if we'll get another chance, you'll see. So I hope that you'll just come dance with me. We outside, did you hear what? I called the ride cause I'm going up. And there's something mixy going in my cup. Don't say much cause they know what's up. You know it get cold on the late night. We getting all close like it's day night. You looking so fly, you can take flight. Now I got this feeling that I can't fight. Your curves got my urges flaring. You got me by the collar and I'm not caring. You see how the people can't stop staring. I'm trying to make you mine and I'm not sharing. Okay, let's bring it back a bit. She said you could have whatever if you ask for it. Well, I just wanna have a little dance and a reason to change my plans. All I want is for you to dance with me, with your hands in the air where I can see. I don't know if we'll get another chance, you'll see. So I hope that you'll just come dance with me.
Get on your feet and move to the beat. Pour up some drinks and then we repeat. Yeah, chasing my purpose, need a release. Yeah, my life's a beach, I'm lost in the breeze. Do this with ease, don't play with my dreams. Yeah, it's so together, it's not what it seems. Heart of a tiger, life of a king. Yeah, chasing my bag, my feet in the cream. Running these laps, not losing my steam. I'm feeling good, this life's what I need. Don't intervene with my energy. Yeah, I'm in her scope like Jimmy Iovine. Yeah, no Superman, but I'm feeling supreme. This not a movie, but I'm making a scene. Yeah, I can tell you how to live your life, but you just gotta get up.
Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up now. Get up. Get up now. Get up.
We just gotta live our life, we paying a price. Piece of the pie, I need me a slice. Yeah, rolling the dice, the scariest spice. Sticky like rice, the tricky reprise. Yeah, love will suffice, I suffer in silence. All alone, I'm lost on the island. Let's spread peace and less of the violence. Sebastian Bach on God's playing violence. Yeah, the flowers violet, give me my rose. This for my city, all for my bros. Did it alone, so far in my zone. So raise your glass, let's all have a toast. I can show you how to get like me, live your life till you die. Yeah, look, I can tell you how to live your life, but you just gotta
get up now. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up now. Get up. Get up now. Get up. Get up.
You keep me up all night, all night. Get the game. Been through the flame, now get out the way. Whole lot of change, still been the same, put that on the name. I had to go through it just to get to it, look what I became. Elevate, level up, way to the top, headed to the peak. All them boys wanna talk, hit them out of law, but don't got receipts. I do it with ease, to you it's a burden, to me it's a breeze. You feel that? That witness degree, that kickback. You coming at me, boy, sit back. Came out the womb like this, hit the pedal and room right quick. Gotta get it, we going up, way up, might land on the moon. You step in the room like this, we breaking the rules right quick. They killing the mood, and up in the few, might land in the tomb. I'm leaving no remnants, they all in attendance. Gotta go big, I aim for the fences. It's mine, I sense it. Back in the scene, I'm back to the business. Back on the front line, gotta grind, it's time, let you be the witness. At the time, turn a repeat to a 3P, yeah. Got the franchise on me, you more like G Lee, yeah. 21st century, you all the way BC, yeah. Old boy been washed up, I'm notched up in TTA. Came out the womb like this, hit the pedal and room right quick. Gotta get it, we going up, way up, might land on the moon. Who step in the room like this, we breaking the rules right quick. They killing the mood, and up in the few, might land in the tomb.
loud. Hate my grind down, like my shine, I'm one of a kind, no stopping mine. I'm certified, can't copy me. Got the bank like Monopoly. My tie fly, that's all design. I'm dripping shorty, know it's hard to see, but best believe lie.
Yeah, throwing money fast like, hey. Yeah, my foot up on the gas like, hey. Yo, pump and bring it back like, hey. Yeah, my amigo got the pack like, hey. Hey, like, hey. Hey, like, hey. Yeah, throwing money fast like, hey. Yeah, my foot up on the gas like, hey.
Let's do something crazy, get a bit wild today, cause we don't do this every day and we deserve it. Life is so amazing, nothing is in our way. Baby, let's fly away, do you feel it? Is your heart rushing the way my heart's rushing when you take it all in? Baby, this is where we come alive, do you feel it? Take the world by storm, just you and I. Can't believe it took so long to realize what makes us come alive. Oh, what makes us come alive? Ooh, let's break some rules. No, we don't always have to be good. Don't always have to do things that we should. We'll feed the fire. Let's see it through and let go of what's holding us back. Just light it up and we'll burn through the past and take it higher. Is your heart rushing the way my heart's rushing when you take it all in? Baby, this is where we come alive. Do you feel it? Take the world by storm, just you and I. You and I. Can't believe it took so long to realize. This is where we come alive. Do you
Motivated, I'm focused. Came a long way from the lowest. Yeah, gotta get it, the mindset, gotta put it in motion. This is the moment, gotta one-up my opponent. Back then, they ain't noticed me, now they know it's me, I'm the chosen. It's my time, yeah, I put that on Bible. No excuses, gotta get to the final. Take all of my idols and turn them to rivals. It's all or nothing, man, the trophy is vital. Game time, bet I'm coming in clutch. No hang time, man, they can't keep up. The game's on the line, seconds on the time. Who can't fight? It's gotta be us.
Better under pressure, go ahead and let it fall on me. I'm destined for it all, you better call on me. They say what doesn't kill you make you stronger. All that pain, it done made me to a monster. They say what doesn't kill you make you stronger. All that pain, it done made me to a monster.
Yeah, whole lot of times they doubted I wouldn't be who I am without it. Sleepless nights, I counted. It all paid off, it's really astounding. I had to keep the faith to elevate. Hope for better days, they were coming. Now we can celebrate, knowing every day is abundant. Yeah, it's my time, yeah, I put that on Bible. No excuses, gotta get to the final. Take all of my idols and turn them to rivals. It's all or nothing, man, the trophy is vital. Game time, bet I'm coming in clutch. No hang time, man, they can't keep up. The game's on the line, seconds on the time. Who can't fight? It's gotta be us.
Better under pressure, go ahead and let it fall on me. I'm destined for it all, you better call on me. They say what doesn't kill you make you stronger. All that pain, it done made me to a monster. They say what doesn't kill you make you stronger. All that pain, it done made me to a monster. All that pain, it done made me to a monster. All that pain, it done made me to a monster. I stay in my lane. I keep my feet on the pavement, and don't you ever mistake it. No, this ain't never been a game.
Tell me where the competition. Seem like they all been missing. Never made a wrong decision. It's got me walking different. I stay gassed up. Please point the opposition. No scope, it's no joke. Just know I aim with raw precision. I went and got my bid up quick, 100 figures. They once was competition, now ain't sitting with us. Been on a wave since we've been away. Snatch the game, now we here to stay.
I told my mama I make it, I make a couple mistakes, but see I stay in my lane. I keep my feet on the pavement, and don't you ever mistake it. No, this ain't never been a game. I told my mama I make it, I made a couple mistakes, but see I stay in my lane. I keep my feet on the pavement, and don't you ever mistake it. No, this ain't never been a game.
It's that you can't touch me, things get ugly, they mad now. This all must be a whole new level to count. I'm packing on the pounds, pulled up with the dog hound, and I still had time to shut it down. Now you see them all screaming my name, see them trying to switch to my lane. They ain't never fit that frame, only present when the cash came. Plenty days I've been on the road chasing, no legend ever said they was complacent. Nah.
I told my mama I make it, I make a couple mistakes, but see I stay in my lane. I keep my feet on the pavement, and don't you ever mistake it. No, this ain't never been a game. I told my mama I make it, I made a couple mistakes, but see I stay in my lane. I keep my feet on the pavement, and don't you ever mistake it. No, this ain't never been a game.
It's now or never. Now or never. It's now or never. Now or never. Yeah. It's now or never. It's now or never. Now or never. It's now or never. Yeah. top like I've been boarding. Taking the title like there are no rivals. Doing the eyes closed, give me a blindfold. This shit is easy, like a recital. I'm taking my shot like my hands on the rifle. Yeah. It's now or never. Yeah. It's now or never. Now or never. It's now or never. Woo. Now or never. It's now or never. It's now or never. Now or never. It's now or never. Yeah. Now or never. Yeah. Look. Keep quiet, the queen's talking, keep walking. Couple of rings brought in, lines choking. Couple of reporters reporting. Firing line with the red dot, no recordings. Taking the title like there are no rivals. Doing the eyes closed, give me a blindfold. This shit is easy, like a recital. I'm taking my shot like my hands on the rifle. Yeah. It's now or never. Woo. It's now or never. Now or never. It's now or never. Now or never. It's now or never. It's now or never. Now or never. It's now or never. Now or never. Yeah. It's now or never. It's now or never.
Let's go, hey, step back, look at the wrist, let go, let it go, switch, hey, turn the heads, can't miss this, run it up, it's my fitness, windows limousine tinted, stay up out of my business, hey, you can never break me down, need more to take me out, they was all cool back then, now they wanna hate me now, funny how it goes, can I get a countdown and drum roll, no time ain't an option, no, sit back, watch this unfold, hey. But it ain't nothing, let me tell you something. Hey, yeah, one shot, one chance. Look, time spot, been a plan. Talking drive time, 100 bands. Yeah, we pull up, got the blind high, been a man. Hey, yeah, one shot, one chance. Look, time spot, been a plan. Talking drive time, 100 bands. Yeah, we pull up, got the blind high, been a man. Gas in the tank, if the wrong guy really wanna contest me, cause he envy everything that I got, what I am and he not, coldest one on the block, you know these boys don't got nothing but excuses, my whole squad been doing they thing, dropping nothing but exclusives, ooh, I know you see me step back, flossing, please don't get too close unless you proceeding with caution, yeah, I broke the moves out, I'm got nauseous, we can never settle for no loss, yeah, hey. But it ain't nothing, let me tell you something. Hey, yeah, one shot, one chance. Look, time spot, been a plan. Talking drive time, 100 bands. Yeah, we pull up, got the blind high, been a man. Hey, yeah, one shot, one chance. Look, time spot, been a plan. Talking drive time, 100 bands. Yeah, we pull up, got the blind high, been a man.
I know a place that will break you into 1,000 pieces. Stay away from them. Stay away from Lorca, Paco, and Picasso. Don't ask about Lola. Ay, Caballo Grande. Ay, Dolor de Nieve. But in spite of everything, it occurs to you to visit Andalusia. Don't say I didn't warn you. Be careful of the Andalusian crush.
Hey guys, it's Jimmy Lin. In this series, I'm going to walk you through Attack on Pearl. Watch out for the stairs, clear this angle. You're going to be able to fight this.
Red Bull gives you wings.
I'm out here in the cold night, running till I barely feel my feet. Wanna see it through my own eyes. There's no going back, and I'm not afraid anymore. Cause I know I'm gonna be the last one standing. Yeah, I'm not afraid anymore. Yeah, I don't wanna wait anymore. I'm ready to fall, I'm ready to rise up. I will do what it takes, I'll run blind straight into the flames. Watch me burn, alone in the shadows. I'll carry you home on my back. If it's you or me, then I'll take the shot. Still they say I'm the villain. I scream and nobody listens. Still they say I'm the villain. Too bad you can't take me down. See that I'm surrounded by predators. It's critical, they got me in my element. It's dirty how you trying to keep it elegant. Keep my eyes open wide when everyone around me is an enemy. See my life cross my eyes. I'm ready to fall, I'm ready to rise up. I will do what it takes. If it's you or me, then I'll take the shot. Still they say I'm the villain. I scream and nobody listens. Still they say I'm the villain. Too bad you can't take me down. Too bad you can't take me down. You can't take me down. I'm ready to fall, I'm ready to rise up. I will do what it takes, I'll run blind straight into the flames. Watch me burn, alone in the shadows. I'll carry you home on my back. If it's you or me, then I'll take the
We knew summer was around the corner and competition is heating up. Every game counts and the stakes are higher than ever. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Riot Games Arena, live from Berlin, Germany. I'm Kakuka and I will be your host for today, and I am joined by our two amazing analysts for today, Tom and Ash. Hey guys, how you doing?
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. A nice fast day, brought me into the desk, giving me the easy schedule. Can't wait.
What about you, Ash?
Well, Tom's big chillin'. I've been big chillin' too. It's been lovely weather here in Berlin, and I'm looking forward to today's Spanish Derby.
Yeah, exactly. That brings us to the schedule for today. You know, last day...
What's going on?
What? Oh no!
We interrupt this program to bring you the patch update. Content creators everywhere are losing their minds over the 1-week patch. Here is what some people in the community have to say about it. Sean Gayers, ISO is ridiculously strong, facts. And Sleegy, in the right hands, Neon is disgusting. Now take a look at Meg Sounds Like X reaction. Warning, some viewers may find this video disturbing. On the other hand, Breeze has been replaced by Haven. Ash, what do you think about it?
Sweet baby Haven is back, guys.
Thank you, Ash. I think. Either way, we're going to talk about what's a little bit more important, in my opinion. We're going to get into the agents, and we're going to kick things off with the big one. Let's get into ISO. Everybody's been losing their minds about this agent, and the main thing about it is the double tap. Now, the thing with the double tap is you can now activate it off rip. It takes a second, but other than that, it basically means that you have a shield. The first point of damage you take will not count. And then you can also shoot the orb once you get a kill or do some damage and get that back. And then if you get 2 kills, you're going to get it again. It's a slightly insane update, but I'll be honest, they've already patched it. So next week, we won't be seeing that one. Moving on from that, we're then going to talk about Neon. Now, Neon is another exciting update, in my opinion, mainly because, okay, maybe the fast lane is just a little bit worse. The relay bolt has... also gone downhill, but the main thing is high gear. You're able to run much faster. You're able to slide as well, twice. You do have to pay 150 for that, but it's a worthy price to say the least. And then the bigger thing as well is they've removed the inaccuracy while you're sliding. So you're going to be able to basically, if you've seen Jorgamo, you already know what I'm talking about. You're able to wreck people while you're moving. Those are the main changes with Neon, but we still have a couple more. I think we can still talk about Reyna. That'll be the next one to come up. Reyna, the healing has got a little bit worse. I believe it's a bit quicker, and you can also heal yourself some armor up, which is nice. That will be staying. The main thing, though, is the dismiss. The dismiss has got faster. So although you might think, well, you dismiss for slightly less time, you're invulnerable for a little less time, you can actually move much quicker and get further away. And then Empress lasts for a whole round, which... it's okay. Either way, after that we have Raze. Now, Raze has kind of been nerfed. I kind of want to give a little bit of a shout out to Grey FPS, a content creator who's going to basically show you this slightly better than I will if you want to check him out. But ultimately, you can't quite get as far with your blast packs now, which may catch a few players out trying to get into certain positions. Other than that, if an opponent shoots it, it also won't move them or do damage anymore. So I think a bit of a nerf, but ultimately not quite as effective as the buffs. And then to finish things off, we have Clove, who I think, again, it's just slight nerfs. The pick-me-up is now a little bit more expensive, and you have to react a bit quicker if you're going to be doing it. And then the ultimate now costs 1 orb more. That is it. Those are the changes coming in for all of the agents. Either way, we're going to be back off to the desk.
Well, thank you very much, Tom. You know, they said, go host EMEA, you're gonna have a great time. Thank you very much. But as you can see, we have a lot of teams here in EMEA and a lot of changes coming in. I think everybody is very excited to see if we get some ISO and Neon combos. Ash, who do you think, who's your pick for who are you most excited to see those changes in?
I'm going to go for a less obvious pick, I think, this time around, because when you're looking over towards Team Liquid here, my eyes have to be on Kiko potentially running that Reyna. I think it'd be really interesting to see them try to work that back into that Raider Chamber composition that we saw previously.
What about you, Tom?
I'm going for the obvious one.
Okay,
It's Team
okay,
Heretics. Like, Team Heretics, come on, man. You know that Mini Boo has already been baiting his Neon coming back. I think the ISO for Wu, the guy already hits every headshot. Now he can take a bullet and hit a headshot. Like, he's unstoppable. Just, I think whoever's up against him this week, just maybe think about forfeiting the game.
So Navi had a great chance last week and they didn't take it, is what we're saying.
Yeah,
okay, I'm gonna try this again. Let's take a look at the schedule and the stand-ins for this week. So as you can see, today we have the Koi versus Giants. It's not going to be the only time that these two teams are going to be playing this week. Tom, I know that you're, mostly casting most of the time, but now that we have you here on the desk, what match is the most exciting for you, or you think we're gonna get, the most exciting news?
It's the only right answer is Heretics Foot, right?
Okay.
I've already hyped up Heretics Foot or another team where I'm still just imagining like CNED and Cracks potentially playing those two agents. I'm maybe less excited about a CNED Neon, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, exactly. And as we take a quick look at the standings, the two teams that we're going to have play in today are now on the 9th and 11th position. Ash, this means that if Koi is to lose today, everything is out of their hands and out of the possibilities for them to even make it onto playoffs. How do you think they must be dealing with this situation right now?
I think it's pretty insane. They've got their backs up against the wall here for today's match because, like you mentioned, they won't have any other options. It's do or die this time around for Koi, and they still need a miracle run even if they manage to win off today's game. But this is also a Koi roster where we've seen them with a lot less pressure on them at the end of last split, and they were able to kind of come back once the chances didn't look so great for them. They really were able to let loose there.
Yeah, and if we think about the results that they were having, as you're mentioning, at the end of the stage, and last week they were very, very close to securing that. What do you think, Tom, they need to do to even believe in that dream, or make us believe?
To be honest, I do think what Ash was saying is right. I think it might be a little bit freeing. Like, it's one of those scenarios where you're not screwed yet, but you're very close. So you kind of just go, okay, let's run some stuff. Let's try and prove ourselves individually. Let's have a bit of fun. Try and enjoy things and remove the stress a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, last week they got very close to win against Foot, but earlier today I had the chance to talk a little bit with Starkso. So let's hear what he had to say about their situation. Hey everyone, I'm here joined with Starkso from Koi. It's been a long time. How are you, first of all?
I'm great. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm good, thanks for asking. So, let's address the elephant in the room. It hasn't been the easiest year for you guys, but the season's still not over. There's still chances of you making it. How is everybody feeling as a team right now?
I mean, I think it's pretty obvious to say like we're not feeling happy, we're not feeling great about all the results we had. So, nothing to hide here. We're not happy with the results, and that's all.
I mean, we also read you in socials and everything. I also know that this year you've taken some more responsibilities. We've seen you playing in different roles, different agents. I know that you also second IGL, second call. What would you say has been your biggest struggle personally this year?
I think my biggest struggle could be like keeping the composure, like keeping myself into the game. Like, after last year's, after like what has been happening in my past teams, it hasn't been like a great story. So like with every fall, it doesn't feel super good for me, and that's what I'm struggling the most. I'm trying to find myself out in this team and like as a player again to play like I played before.
Yeah, okay, so we also know that we have been seeing major changes, especially this split. We have some patches coming in. You guys did not go to Shanghai, so what have you been investing your time in?
we've been investing time in like practicing different comps, obviously, like working on our chemistry again, and I cannot say much, but you see we did some changes, so let's see how it goes in the next games.
Yeah, exactly. So also, you know, last week we saw you winning on Lotus, something that you had not played before. Who would you say right now is the player that is putting the team on their back in terms of like the spirit and everything when the games are live?
I think it's Shadow the most. Like he's the always calm guy, and he's always trying to never give up no matter what. And thanks to him, we're still happy, I hope.
Okay, I mean, I wish you the best for today and for the rest of the season, Stark. So things are still not over. We want to see you in your best performance, but again, best of luck for today's game.
Thank you.
You know, Stark, so he can be such a personality, so we need to see something different from him on the server. Tom, what do you make of their last game on Split?
Wait, that was the problem. I feel like he was very disjointed from the team when they were playing this map. Like seeing like weird Yoru lurks that were a little bit further behind. It seemed like the team weren't able to hold the time that was needed. Like there was a clear plan, just when the plan failed, it looked catastrophic. And even just some like team synergy, we'll see in a moment, I believe, where it's like there's some pop flashes and stuff. But when it came to Lotus, he actually had some really good, like, aggressive rounds. They had great counterplay and really had a set plan of how he was going to use that Yoru. And if we see more of that today, I actually think we could see a very close match.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It was kind of crazy, the dichotomy between those two performances coming out from Stark. So, but then we obviously have to compare that over towards Vitinho on the side of Giant X. Also played Yoru last week in their matchup against Gentlemates, and it felt like on Breeze, Vitinho kind of just had a moment where he was like, you know what, I'm taking fate into my own hands. Like, I'm just gonna go for these duels. He was doing really well with pop flashing for himself and everything like that, but it'll be interesting to see the impact that these two secondary duelists can bring to the team.
Yeah. Right, and we talk a lot about the pressure, but this time around, based on what we know about Koi and also what we know about Giants, they have a lot to fight for. And we also know that when Giants are in that, Giant S is in that advantageous position, sometimes, Tom, things do not go their way.
Yeah, it definitely seems like they had moments in these games where they had big advantages and then things just slipped away from them. That 5v4 percentage, that's insane. Like to only win, so obviously for anybody wondering at home, like 5v5, a 43%, it's not great, but it's okay. 4v4 getting much worse, but the 5v4, it means that even in an advantage, it's only just over 50% of the time they're actually going to close out the round. That's madness.
Yeah, and when we think about today's matchup, and again, going back to that pressure, Koi can play as if, you know, everything and nothing is at stake. They can run those crazy compositions that Sarsa was saying that they were developing. Ash, do you think that they have an edge today against Giant X?
I don't know if they necessarily have an edge, because you're talking about the statistics of an advantage for Giant X, but you also have to look at Koi, and it's pretty similar when it comes to losing those.
Well, and now it is time to kick off the second week of VCT EMEA. We're talking about the new patch and everything that it's going to be new. Quickly, a name. Well, yes or no? Are we going to see ISO today?
Yes.
No.
Percentage?
Wait, what do you mean percentage?
Percentage, how likely is it?
75%.
75, so she's not completely sold
Zero.
on it. But we are sold on what we want to see today. It is the Spanish Derby. As we say, everything is on the line for both Koi and Giant X. So it is time to welcome the teams on stage. Elimination is on the line for the side of Koi, and on the other hand, we see a Giants that is dreaming about making playoffs. Here's the thing, last year with Last Chance Qualifier, they were the winners. If there is some similarities between this second split and Last Chance Qualifier, Giant X, last year they found the recipe. But Tom, what do you think they need to keep improving on to get that win today?
Well, I think just taking control of their advantages. I also think heading into this veto, one of the more interesting things will be bans, and straight off the rip, Giant X are going to move away from that split. They got banged last week, so kind of understandable while that has happened. And on the other side of things, Koi actually removing bind, for me, that's a little bit more surprising because their bind in the past has looked decent.
It really has. I feel like they've adapted well previously on that map, so I'm with you on that. Maybe they are worried with the changes coming in this week, not being able to run that raise anymore, but heading over towards Sunset first is quite interesting because it was a hard-fought map there up against Mates. Giant X looked pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. And we're not going to be seeing that Haven. I was so excited that maybe it could be open as a... Exactly. Maybe not a big, but like a third map. But everything could end up in that Lotus. Ash, if we go the distance, if we go that far, after what we saw last week from Koi, do you think they have a chance of winning this?
I actually really think that they have an opportunity because Starkso looked quite a lot better on that Lotus compared to that split where there were really interesting plays where he'd play that disruption, open up some of those doors around that A site, and then teleport back over to actually regroup with the team, which is what we saw him struggle with previously on the other map.
Yeah, I think the only thing now is there's tape on them. That's the difference. They literally hadn't played the map all year. So I think it'll be definitely a little bit more interesting. But I also think even with just the first couple of maps, like we've got a mass change in terms of what things are expected to be played. And honestly, like not massive in terms of change. In fact, Koi have moved away from playing Neon in the patch where Neon is better. That is a more peculiar change than I expected.
Yeah, Ash, what do you think that might be?
I think maybe Tom was hitting the nail on the head with the fact that perhaps Koi just didn't feel like they had the strategical depth to be running that double duelist that they ran last time around up against Foot. But I think it's pretty interesting that we're seeing both of these teams actually picking into that raise because it'll be a lot more difficult to dive into that backside with Satchel.
Yeah, and on the other hand, Giants X not making changes here. They also feel very comfortable in this composition.
I guess they played it last week versus Mates. It looked decent. I think the fact that they managed to get themselves the win on it would rather stick to something a little bit more comfortable than risk it all when they already feel like they have an advantage. I do, again, though, just like the minor raise nerfs, I don't think should play too much of an effect on Camo. But just the fact he already played Neon, that's weird.
That, and then you're also looking at the fact that, at least for Koi, they don't have a breach that you're looking to actually assist Camo there with as well. You're going to be looking more towards Starkso, and then you've also got Shadow on that Sova is crazy.
It's very important for Koi that they start off strong because last week Foot got 7 rounds in a row when it was all about their defense. But you know, I'm happy to see them back. I'm happy that we get the Spanish survey, and I'm happy to toss this to your casters for today. It's Pansy and Steel.
Thank you so much, Kakuka, and great hosting. Just killing it out there. Nailing the job. Anyway, we need to focus on what's in front of us, and it would be a miss if I said I wasn't disappointed, because I wanted to see the new agent, I guess.
I think this would be like a perfect opportunity to run an agent like this, especially Sunset, Neon. Maybe we get to see something on map 3 if it goes to Lotus. Yeah. That's the only saving grace right now because Icebox, like maybe we see an ISO. That's about it though.
Now, the other factor here today as well, which is incredibly important news, is you're going to be relentlessly positive.
Yeah, I'm the optimist.
I felt like a lie.
Optimist.
That felt like a lie, but I'm going to commit
that's because you're a pessimist, and that's the opposite of what I'm trying to achieve here.
Got it. Okay, so Koi going to be on the attacking side, which of course then means Giant X will be on the defending side. So already quick little plant here. No real doing much to that, but Hoodie working perfectly off the flash and the follow-up. That could have been a third potentially. Paint shot to confirm it. Giant X firmly in control here. Now Gravino, not much he can really achieve. Only that smoke to play with, and very difficult to try and navigate through this with so many players up against him. Stunning round from Giant X. They're very clean.
There was a moment there where I was afraid for Hoodie going in a little bit too early, but I love the killer instinct from him. The timing was perfect with that Cloud Dizzy coming out, blinding both the enemies on site, getting the double, opening up the round for his team.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. Run that back again. That'd be absolutely lovely to see. And something about these two teams as well, though, Josh, historically, they don't win clean games. You know, even in their victories, they do have quite extended matchups. And I feel like we might have a bit of that here as well, considering the map pool, considering we're not seeing any new agents really coming out, at least when it comes to the newer agents who are looking for ISO and Neon. It feels more like a standardized game. I feel like we're going to have some of that extended play in effect.
I don't have the stats for Sunset, but I feel like it is one of the longer duration maps where it's going deep in the distance, but the rounds are played out longer. I think Icebox is pretty much in the same realm of that type of stuff, especially the way that Koi likes to play with their push-pull and very slow starts on their attack.
Speaking of a couple of these sides and kind of the bigger picture, you know, Barbar's statement certainly going to be something that's going to be at the forefront of a couple of people's minds, him saying, you know, won't be around after the season is finished. So clearly not all okay in either of the camps, really. I don't think either of the teams achieving what they'd want to, at least in that first split, now coming into the second. So looking to see how they fare going forward. You know, what sort of performance and quality do we get from the two teams is always going to be very curious. Do we see that almost death rattle, that weird moment where they have no pressure and they just kind of play out, they kind of, you know, lose a little bit of that stress and maybe come together in the final moments. For now, we've got to see what Koi can do in this round specifically. They do share a couple of ghosts. Should be getting the ult orb at least. Yeah, so Starkso working towards that quite early.
That's both orbs for Starkso.
30 seconds left.
They've taken the tour. Redguard trying to build off the back of the flash set into motion. Second time of asking, that's not pretty. Luckily, Vitinho's got his back. Doesn't need to overextend anymore, can fall away and leave the rest to his teammates. Bloody hell.
One enemy remaining.
There we go. Shouldn't be any more problems. There we are. Got a little bit strained, but they do keep the vast majority of the weapons they came in with.
I think that's a really good round for Koi. They got both the ultimate orbs there. They killed 2 opponents, and they damaged armor to a 3rd player. I'm really surprised Redguard decided to re-swing into that using the paranoia. Because they were close to range with Classics, it was a bit of a weird decision to make, especially with a Guardian. Had he had a Spectre, Stinger, etc., would have been a little bit better.
Yeah. Again, you know, they make it past, but it is those small moments you're looking to see them kind of tune up on, right? You kind of want to see a little bit cleaner play. But for now, they make it past the first couple of hurdles. 2 rounds to Giant X. Looks a little weird, but all good.
And Starkso's really close to his ulti, actually. I wonder if they're going to go back to A, get the orb from there, and then do something with it, like they've done in previous rounds, but it looks like it might just be a straight-up play into A.
Yeah, it should have been seen.
Into B.
As the camera did finally get cleared, but Giant X should be aware. Looking at that rifle in Cloud's hands, that's the big piece of the puzzle.
It's a fast flood coming out.
It is, and Hoodie's done well again. Does get traded out this time by Starkso. Little underhand flash, he does have his ult to play. Swinging with a flash in the hands, not going to be good enough here, but a 3v3. Spike is down, 2 playing site, and 1 sat somewhat towards the deeper side of A main. That's going to be Shados waiting. Giant X looking to try and address maybe Pillar, force the players out a little further. The smoke going to allow Koi to readjust a little bit, but it's actually Shadow to find Vitinho. Time silent tick here, Grubino well positioned. And no real harm in the end. Koi answer back, 3 standing.
That's actually not something I'm used to seeing from Koi. Just doing first gun round, they're going straight into a play. They use the knives to clear B main, they realize it's clear, they get the orb, and they go straight into the site. And I was getting a little bit nervous for them because this flood from GX, like, this isn't the first time that it's happened. It happened on Pistol as well. And that gets really scary because this is a must-win crucial round. If they lose it, they'll have to eco, and they would have that KO ulti on an eco, which would be just tragic.
And we're kind of hoping to see the investment of those ults quite, I don't want to say early, that sounds almost, you know, almost as a negative, but we want to see them leaning into this, not leaving it sat there for half of the game.
Right. We want to be able to see them use it potentially 2, maybe even 3 times, depending on how good the player is doing in a game, not just 1 time only.
You can see them trying to clear that camera. Not found it yet, so going to be able to keep that here. There's going to be Hoodies. There's a lot of weight on his shoulders as well, considering you've already seen that mid push-up coming in from Purpo. Has got some support from Cloud towards top mid, but a default to start with, maybe trying to catch if there's any aggression across the map.
Caution here.
I wonder if Koi is just going to push back A as a fake and then re-hit B. They know the Cypher's at B, and they have null point. So they could go into B, turn off all the Cypher trips, take the site, plant, and play that post plant out.
We'll see how Hoodie plays this. Okay, so the contact made towards A is drawn. All of the players, they've got complete freedom on B. Now they're gonna know that they've made it through this far, but Rubino's position was gorgeous, catching them trying to work back through middle. Beautifully done by him, and if he can get out with his life, which it looks like he has, that's job done for him, tick in the box. The rest of Giant X are gonna have to work back. Now, some way. Redgar, well,
That's gonna stall them. No abilities. That's no nade, no flash, no paranoia, no wingman to get on the defuse.
That's lovely. Giant X just with the guns in hand at this point. Knife towards Pillar. But the time is ticking. They've got to get a move on here. Giant X finally getting Dizzy out, getting Mosh out, doing what they can, but you can see it on the post plant here. There's some good stalls still in play. Shadow gonna find Redgar. It's getting pretty tense here, but the time is ticking just perfectly. This is an incredibly well-handled round by Koi. Loved the push and the pull. The contact on A completely drew away Giant X.
Yeah, that was perfect. And I know that Giant X wasn't really playing for B. They were playing the retake. The kill trips were set up for the Cypher and Market. We've seen Hoodie play that a couple times already. But yeah, it wasn't even so much the pressure from Koi on A. Giant X wanted them to come A. The fact that they went out B and saved the KO ultimate for the post plant was what set them up there. There was no opportunity for the retake for Giant X.
Can't use it.
I love this little catch in middle from Grabino, just sticking around long enough to try and punish anyone trying to play back through quickly towards Market. Really nicely done. Now they've managed to keep Shadow's ult in the back pocket here. Hoodie's got his, but you can see the purchase they're trying to make it work with. Now, Giant X not really afraid of taking that mid space. They've been playing that a couple of times now. The only man with the rifle is going to be Purpo, so eyes towards him. Oh, this is a lot on Cloud's shoulders. He's going to hear the steps.
I think they're just using the smoke to cross to A a little bit quicker than running through spawn. I thought they were going to have their due diligence by clearing out middle there as a second step to that fake of the B control, but it looks like they just want to go straight to A here.
Yeah, disrespecting them one way, but how do they clear the corners? Purpo's going to re-aggress on this. He's done great damage. Paranoia going to go down. And now Cloud's filled the space. That's perfect work from him. And they seem unaware. Maybe a miscomm on that because they just weren't considering that corner. And there's some real potential for damage. Starks are low, Camo low, but they're handling it well until Hoodie takes down 2, but they make it through the round and take the lead.
That got a little close for comfort. If I'm Koi, I'm nervous there. That breach flash follow-up actually almost made a difference as well from Fatinho. He threw that through the wall, basically. I think it was too much in the side peripheral vision of the players. It didn't blind them enough. Otherwise, follow-up kills could have gone in the way of Hoodie there.
Watch back at this one. Yeah, it was really back to the wall Valorant, wasn't it?
Yeah. But again, this is because they didn't go out and clear middle on that second step of that middle of that default.
Yeah.
Oh, quick play with the shot.
This is nice. This is really nice. Does Camo get rewarded? Oh, where did that go? Huh? I mean, punished is where it went. Purpo's gone down, but he did find Camo in the end. And the follow from Shados didn't work out either. Grabino takes a TP. They have no idea. Cloud completely unawares. They've cleared the front line, but that cross to sight can be treacherous. Look at the HP on them. They got anything to play with. Redgar could be drifting over as well. You do have at least one player on the side. That's gonna be Grabino, who's got the smoke. That's just gone in now. Trying to get the hell out of dodge. Still a minute to play with. They can pause here.
And the middle space already taken. This is just going to cut off the rotations so his teammates can get to A. And Sarkso is going to listen for all the rotations, potentially even kill one if their guard is dropped.
Oh, I thought he was even on for a second then. Takes out Hoodie, Shadow and Grabino dashing over towards that A site. Maybe a little cautious there. The plant going to come down. Redgar left very low HP. Same can be said for Grabino to an extent as well. So it's really on Fatinho and Shadow.
They're splitting up in this retake, though, in the post plant. Shadow's the only one with HP. He's playing close up on the smoke, while Grabino is the one that's playing in the back.
And Shadow
might be the round.
One enemy remaining.
Or maybe.
They're both low. Oh, Redgar pulls the trigger first. Gets to keep his life, and they just get away with it. But that was on a nice edge. That feels like that was a coin flip at the very end then.
That did come down to a coin flip, that 2 versus 2 situation. I love the opening, the preset lineup with the shocks to break the entrance trips, and then the follow-up dart on the site. And I think one of the things that we didn't get to see really was the ultimate from Grabinho. He T-poised into the site, and we might be thinking like, why did this guy see him with the Cypher thing? Why didn't he just check the radar where he would appear? But it's because when you open ultimate, the radar gets shrouded. It gets like blacked out. So he probably couldn't see on the Cypher ultimate on the radar. He'd have to actually physically turn his body around to see behind him.
I really liked the little idea that they tried to send Camo in with towards Market then. That was really nice. It's almost a shame it didn't work out because it feels like it should have been rewarded, but it is how it is. You can see them really reinforcing that utility towards Market. Again, a lot of pressure on Hoodie's shoulders, but relinquishing early control. They're particularly playing for...
Not a lot of info. They did a really good job, Koi, of hiding from the camera. Only 2 players got spotted, including the Sova.
Gotta know what's going on, though. That's gonna be a plant. So purely playing for that retake now.
Spike planted.
Looks like Rubino trying to keep in mind any sort of play towards the back this time.
That worked.
Or at least this ultimate works well. Camo seems to be working a little better than his opposing number of purpos, but still. Numbers now sitting very favorably towards Koi. The ult from Fatinho. Is anyone there to kind of make the most of that, though? As it stands, tap on the spike. Purpo going to put his life on the line for this one. Catch there, but no stopping the defuse right now. Finally caught Shados and Shadow. Spam away into the smoke, and they do get their reward in the end. But again, frontline work from Camo there was fantastic.
And we're seeing the levels that Koi is actually playing this right now. Yeah, it's just the basic, hey, it's post plant B, you just ping the spike, the location, and you just start shooting through it. But they realized, hey, wait, Fatinho has the breach Rolling Thunder. They might try to do something by knowing that we're in B main, spamming through the smoke every round. Let's go and do a flank. But Grabinho's already in spawn, just waiting for it. It never comes, it never happens, but you can see the foresight that Koi has. Like, they might go for this flank. I'll be sitting here waiting for it. It never came. They were able to play out the post plant normally, no problem.
Watching this back, see how close it got there. Purpo was happy to try. Yeah, gave it a damn good go, but for now, Giant's going to kind of slow things down. They have picked up the first 2 rounds in this, so, you know, put wherever you want the credit of the pistol rounds towards. But since then, since the rifles have come out, starting to lose a little bit of that momentum. Starting to struggle a little bit more. It's been not in a row, but 4 rounds now. Very close by.
Yeah, I mean, one of the rounds that Giant X won, that wasn't the pistol or the follow-up anti-eco round. And keep in mind, that pistol round was kind of a little bit of heroics by Hoodie going out on a really awkward timing, really caught Koi off guard. But it came down to that 3 versus 3 round where Starkso got one on the rotation from spawn, goes to a 2-on-2, they split up. And the one with health goes down first, and it leaves, you know, I think Grabinho with like 26 health left. Very close.
Now, does this timeout give them a chance to potentially... I mean, it doesn't feel like it's going to come this round, but I'm hoping they've got a little bit more to play with here. Purpo gets a spot towards 1, but this default's still being held here. Again, we've kind of noted consistently now that Grabinho is happy to play away from the pack a little bit, constantly looking for those lurks, for that backline pressure. We've got to wait and see where they decide to commit to. Giant X opting for a bit of a gamble, stack over towards B. 4 players, very present. Now trying to try and clear mid after maybe that early contact, that early spot on Hoodie. So that question mark has been cleared.
But here comes a re-aggress into middle from Giant X. Wait, no, they backed out way.
I kind of like the purpose being able to slip through here. It's only a sheriff, but a chance. It was really slim.
Couldn't pick the target.
No, it was a tough scenario, but I kind of like the way that he played back into that after the owl drone. But now, what are they meant to do? 4 players down on sheriffs. Tricky scenario.
Wait, this KO knife actually scanning the Cypher made them double back into B thinking it's a fake.
Oh, red guard. Not a chance in the world for that one. It was Shadow to actually claim the kill in the end, but bounding in forward was Camo. Plant going down. And Hoodie, Cloud, and Fatinho feeling like pretty much a formality here. If they can get anything done, that'd be great, but we're starting to turn our eyes away from small victories. You've got to see a round really posted quite soon. As close to the scoreboard looks, it's starting to be taken away from them. But again, keep in mind they had the timeout prior to this. So you're hoping once they get that buy back in hand, maybe a plan with the fish hole. As already Camo cleaning up. He's getting closer to that ult again. A dangerous situation now. Starzo back with his ult as well. Yeah, this is getting a little scary for me. So we've got to see the resistance now from Giant X. Whatever that timeout was, this is the time to implement that plan.
I think one of the things that are happening right now is that Giant X is getting worked really hard by Koi. Koi is controlling the pace, the tempo. They're able to start in one spot, move over to the other, and keep Giant X guessing. We've seen them break their ankles and spawn multiple times. We need to see from Giant X them hold something and push through instead of over-rotating so much. That's the adaptation they have to make. I don't know if they're going to make it, though.
And already a bit of a switch up to an extent here. Looking at Koi, kind of playing with a heavy influence and a very deep investment of the ult as well. Purpo trying to get a little closer, but again, Gravidio on the other side's been sharp, and he's got a follow-up as well. Not going to be able to achieve the third, but still, damage looking like it's done. It's down to Redgar. Red's going to come in, so that's 4 players. And Redgar's position, they'll know he's been investing now one way. He's traditionally over towards A, and now breaking the trap. They know exactly where he is. I don't know what else he can make of this. Again, I kind of like the switch up and the pace change coming into this round that Koi ran this time. I think that was a really nice implementation of the ult and kind of keeping, I guess, Giant X guessing.
I think Koi is doing a really good job of the ultimate usage. We're seeing them know exactly what they want to do when they have ultimates off of cooldown. Here, for example, was a fast split through market. One of the things I want to see them do a little bit better as Redgar looks to save his gun, but he's getting just cornered in from every angle.
Yep, no escape in there. Camo closer to that ult as well.
One thing Koi is doing is they're trying to break the trips at B every single round using like the double bounce shot. But you don't get the voice line from Silva anymore when you break it. Traditionally it would say trick shot when it would break it. I want to see them get a little bit closer off the back of the knife scanning nobody, get a little bit closer and actually listen to the sound cue of it. Because oftentimes there's no trip there. It's being placed late. Hoodie's either not placing it at the entrance at all, or as you saw in this last round, they send the shock explodes, then he places the trip afterwards. So they're not getting any value with the shocks, breaking anything. There's still 2 trips up. It's clearing the entrance once they can get out without worrying about tripping it on the way out of the choke point.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see a little additional, right? Just make sure you get the confirmation on if you're getting value or not. That'd be a lovely little adjustment. Now, we noted the timeout again. It's hit. And you can see, I always love watching the coaches getting so animated in this, but
I want the coach to call something like they're gonna knife B main. Yeah. Wait outside of the range of it. Okay. When the knife goes off, you're gonna get a little bit closer, and then you combo breach flash with a dizzy. You have to shoot the dizzy, you eat the breach flash, and then even
you got a chance.
You have a chance. Even if Koi decides this round, hey, there's a timeout, let's change it up, let's go A. Sure. Even if, and they run something maybe with a Sova ulti, combo with the Omen ulti, and use the Omen ulti for info for the Sova ulti and run it down with the satchels. Even if, at least you're doing something.
Proactive.
Proactive.
Yeah.
You did the wrong gamble, better than standing around doing nothing.
That is true. I'd rather see them take a little bit of a chance here. Now, we go back through. This timeout better have landed. Purpo is already something. Yeah, I mean, they're winning the fights.
Redgar. That's unnecessary, though.
A little step too far from him there. Maybe opening up an opportunity, which is not what you really want to be seeing here. So we've got Shadow, Starzo, and Shados still alive. They have to re-clear this space if they do want to continue this way, but I'm eyeing up with the strikers. Okay, Purple, I feel like they could have maybe slipped a little further back, but hindsight's 20/20, but Coutinho's in a little bit of trouble too. Gonna have to give away the game. So they still know he's here.
3 versus 3, no smokes on the board. That's gonna open up some different angles that the defense can play and catch an off angle on Koi trying to enter into the site.
Do they expect Coutinho to still be holding this angle? Okay, he was shouldering, that's fine, he can slip away. Keep in mind, they still have the fish ult as well. Coutinho, you got away with murder on that one, but it's actually Cloud to fall. So they're still getting trades on this. That's 35 seconds, and they've really got a chance. They can paint the map how they want. Or do they catch Shade? Shados. Very heads-up work from Ghost for the swing on it. Loses out to Hoodie.
This camera on B is going to get all the information they need. Tagged as well, so he's going to have to take that out. Otherwise, his position's known.
Yeah. There he is. Now, he's got util. Shadow, you got something special for us here. A 1v2. Coutinho took some damage, not gonna happen. Hoodie, clean with it in the end. A volatile start there, a little back and forth. Maybe an overstep or two, yes, from Giant X, but they've managed to make it past this challenge. I just don't know if they can still deal with that traditional round we've been seeing coming out from Koi.
Well, the only reason why it kind of worked here in this situation was the fact that they went into A and Purple was able to find isolated, dry duels. There were no flashes, there was no dart showing his position, and then he was able to get 2 kills. The thing that happened right after those 2 kills from Purple was Redgar swung, actually. They had a breach lined up with flash or stun. They could have used that before they peeked. Redgar could have used Paranoia, or Purple got the kills. He could back away, wait, and then the next contact, Redgar could peek. But Redgar giving that up instantly, 3 versus 4, that's a winnable situation for Koi.
Fortunately for Giant X, they managed to keep up. Now do we see the difference? So this time there is utility being invested, and actually that Paranoia didn't catch at all. And Camo's landed anyway. Camo's gonna pop the ult and find a follow-up. This guy is always good for 2, it feels like. Every time he's got that ult, it's looking successful for him. Big early impact and an instant correction on that last round. You thought you got away with it once, you're not gonna get it twice. Now what do they do on the other side? Cloud yet to invest that ult. I was kind of waiting for a chance to see that come in. It's just been sat with him, gathering dust in the pocket. So for now, 3 of them. Cloud, I quite like this. Yeah, Dizzy going up here. This ain't bad, it's a oh, come on, how's Camo getting away with that? And the yeah, raps, absolute raps. Patino, they're going to know he was here as well. The utility was invested not long ago. Everything's been seen.
Cage triggered. Tough pill to swallow for Giant X here. 5 versus 1.
Yeah, done. Camo's had a round. And Lucia flawless for them here. And I kind of like that they went right back into that A hit as well, going, hey, you got some confidence in that? Cool, we're going to take it away now.
Yeah, they comboed the utility perfectly there with the Sova ultimate. Kind of baited Purpo in to go for that orb. A little greedy, in my opinion. Not really necessary to force it that early. Let Giant X show their, or let Koi show their hand somewhere. Let them do their heavy B default. Show that there are like multiple people there, and then go for the orb. Because until you get that information confirmed, they could do exactly what they just did. Wait for you to tap the orb, swing you.
Okay. It's not looking good. Giant X burning both of their pauses in this first half and walking away with 4 rounds when 2 of them were due to the pistol. This isn't a good look. This is a little worrying signs. I'm worried because we haven't seen consistent ults really being utilized by them either. Feels a little out of kilter. And it looks like Koi may be understanding this.
Yes.
Pausing. They're just pausing here in this default as well.
And this is so tragic because Cloud, as you pointed out, hasn't used Thrash yet, has had it basically since, for the last 6 rounds. Purpo now has his rocket, but he doesn't have a big gun. He's got a Sheriff that he has to use here. So needs to make sure that his positioning is really good if he wants to get any value. Koi, they have no ults. They're playing a slow round. This is all they can do. Make Giant X make a mistake, walk around, do their due diligence, clear everything out properly.
I'm looking to see where they decide to commit to. They've got a couple of options here. Smoke towards top middle. Camera there, so they've cleared middle.
Oh, wow. Koi might actually walk into the trap. This is when they fake clear A with sending in Camo by himself, and they're going to try to walk out B, but there's a trap set up on B.
Yeah, this much.
Oh, and he missed the satchel.
30 seconds left.
They've been stalled.
This is confirmed fake.
Yeah, they and you can see it. You can see the Giant X preparing themselves here.
Stun ready.
They should be so on for this. They've been allowed a couple of steps out, but still, look at the timing. 18 seconds, they're running low on time here. They've got to make a move, got to commit. Late presence coming in through market. Don't forget about that. 13 seconds. They've got to get towards the site. They need to clear this. Finally, we see the ult coming in. Luckily, Cloud's still alive, at least for a moment. Finally goes down. Time! 4 seconds. They've run too low. I don't think they've got time even for the plant here. It's all but over. As long as they can play their lives, it's done. They've gotten away with daylight robbery. They've closed the scoreline up to 5-7. It doesn't feel as terrible as that could have been.
Congrats. You played yourself. There's nothing else to say about that round.
No.
I think Giant X did a really good job of kind of reading the situation. They're taking a gamble, right? Hey, we think they're going to come B, whether it be straight up they go B or they come back late in the round after they fake reclear A. One of those situations that's going to happen, we're going to do something different than what we've traditionally been doing, which is that there's a breach player, Vitinho, is just in the back of A site with a stun and not really participating with the fights with Purpo, with Redgar.
And you can see the difference it made as well. 5-7 now. Could have a gap close on the scoreboard if they're able to convert this pistol, but now on the attacking side, let's see what they've got for us.
Keeping in mind, attack is usually where Koi does their best and their defense has traditionally struggled, so this is going to be a big test.
Big opportunity for Giant X. Time to show their hand slightly. Shados can't get away with his position
Let's get him in the
unstunned. Okay, yeah, well, Purpo's gone down, and Kama's got a follow-up.
And the spike's on site.
Oh. Don't worry, I've got positive Josh with me today, so all good, all good. Good. Everything's going very well. What are you meant to do now? Still got a paranoia and a couple of bits of util for Fatinho. Looking for that pressure through middle, but it's not going to be unseen, and Grubino's timing could be exceptional. Oh yeah, it's clean. That's Redgar spotted. They didn't note Cloud, so there's still an opportunity for him, but it's a 2v5. It's going to need mistakes from Koi. And by all rights, they have everything they need. They've got the keys to the castle, spike down on the site. They know where these two players now reside. They shouldn't.
Wait, do they expect Cloud to be slept
30 seconds left.
I feel like you're still going to check on it. It looks like they're getting ready to triple swing anyway if there's even contact. Yeah, it's like, there's no follow-up in main. So where's he coming from? Yeah, not going to happen. Shados clean, and that's a rough start for Giant in the second half. That could have been a gap close. That could have at least been the scoreboard on their side.
Wipe the prints from your gun.
It's not.
It's definitely not. I think there's a few things that Giant X need to do a little bit better on, moving out of the defense side into the attack side. And part of that, it does come down to just being having a little bit more killer instinct. Right now, we see them, they're so passive, they're so reactive to things. They need to take things into their own control and just grab this game by the hands. Otherwise, we're going to go into Icebox.
Yep. Which, again, this is Giant X's choice. This is their map pick. So you're hoping that they'd at least be able to give themselves a little bit of comfort here going into the rest of the map pool. It's only the first round of the second half, but still, a couple of those characteristics worrying. And this time around, clean second round here. Only classics really coming through. If they can get a plant.
Another scan.
Beautiful scan. Spotting so much. And once the smoke drops, there's going to be a lot of players revealed. Shados going to be almost overwhelmed. He is in the end, but it's now just on Fatinho. Position spotted, revealed again. Shadow's doing some serious work out here.
It's these scans that are in the back, basically. If you're running out of main, you're getting scanned by it. It almost feels like the approach that Giant X needs to do when they go onto this B site is almost like they smoke, they let all these abilities come in, they wait for the dart to come in, they break it, and then they go. They can't just run out like they're playing against just a Gecko or any other initiator, really.
Yeah. I want to see if that maybe gets switched up. The issue is they don't have the timeout to even address this. You know?
Yeah, they burn them.
Pipson already calling it twice on the first half, maybe trying to give them that best opportunity, knowing where their strengths lay, or at least maybe where their opponent's strengths lay, but now they're going to have to figure it out on the fly, right? This then comes down to more the IGL on the server.
Okay.
Nice, very good.
One-off Thrash for Cloud. He could pick this up very easily, use it to help stabilize it a little bit in the game. Fast opening towards A.
Huge info on the knife, though. What are you doing with this one? Do they stick around and fight for it? Grubino might at least stay around for a shoulder. Yeah, okay. Gonna be forced away, so that should be ult there for Cloud.
You'd think, you'd hope. So he's grabbing it.
Yep.
They have the option now. Do they want to go on the second interval in about 15 seconds and commit into A? They still have the 5 versus 3 here, and they probably know it's going to be set up like this. But they do have the option if they want to go back to B, clear middle first, maybe before they re-hit anywhere. By the way that they're kind of keeping the players towards A here, it looks like they just want to fake pressure back towards mid, clear it in case there's any fast flanks or lurks happening from the defense, and then re-hit A site with that Thrash.
Yeah, with that smoke towards top mid, it feels quite indicative that they may be looking at trying to hit that cross, which they are doing. Could have been a fake, but it wasn't. You can see the spike trailing over this way. Knife is there for Starkso, but maybe trying to find the timing right. Down to about 35 seconds. The clock is low. This could be a pretty hard fake to handle if they really show presence towards A. Oh, wow. Double fake?
30 seconds
They just cleared B main with all of that. They cleared close middle, but they haven't put any pressure towards top of middle or into market. And if this attack doesn't come in the next 5 seconds, Koi's going to rotate, but I don't think they have enough players to flood. It's going to be 5 versus 5 retake, basically.
There we go. 15 seconds. They can't really lose out on players here.
They're still using Thrash.
They're being held up because look at his position. Grubino's still with 2. 5 seconds now. That plant needs to go down.
What? Does he have time?
Don't know if he... Oh my god. Well.
NT, it could happen to anybody.
Are you doing okay, mate? I'm just checking in with you. I'm calling a caster timeout right now.
Timeout. Josh, we need the authentic one back.
Yeah, just please, just drop the mask for a second. Drop the mask, man, because what the hell is going on? That wasn't good, right? Like, let's call it what it is.
They felt bad for Koi timing out on the final round, the round 12 of the first half.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And they're like, you know what? You had one. We'll give it right back.
Yeah.
They didn't use the thrash there, though, right? They didn't waste it, at least. Silver linings.
You're trying. Bless your heart.
The idea behind the play wasn't that bad.
The concept was fine.
The execution,
yes,
go a little bit quicker.
Yeah, there we go. Simple. Just a little bit faster. 10-5. Looking like Starkzo's got a flash ready. Steps ahead, but no one committing off the back of it yet. So actually pausing on this.
Make a little bit of pressure now at A so that Hoodie has an opening. That's what needs to happen right now for GiantX if they want an opening here.
But you can see who's waiting. Oh, the timing
he's gonna get
on
caught
this.
by this.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Okay, just go A. You're gonna get re-cleared.
Starkzo's going on it as well.
Alone.
He's done chip damage. Hoodie's still alive, and he takes one with him. That's, if anything, quite surprising. He was able to take a body down with him, but GiantX have, I don't want to say they have the site because, again, Koi might disrespect this. They don't. They respect the smoke enough. Allow the plant to go down. And now bring everyone over towards the site. Do we see GiantX hold this post plant? Cloud waiting to catch that cross out. Spotting out Purpo. Still a paint shot with Camo. Camo's got a lot of kit here still. Stuns nice, buys some time, but it's Grubino to strike. Takes down Purpo, and they're down to 3. Cloud still with the ult as well. And they're actually trying to re-aggress towards the site, and it's a massacre! Starkzo ready for a red card noted. Yeah, good shot on one. You gotta have 2 more, and you ain't gonna get him, Koi. Showing him how it's done on the way back through here. Looking diligent this time. Yeah, a little tense in moments, but they come out with 2 standing, and they've got up to 11 here. GiantX held on 5 now.
I was getting a little bit worried when that smoke came for that A elbow position. I'm thinking, oh, this is like a B main spam battle that's going to happen on the spike right now. I'm getting a little bit nervous, but Koi pulls it out.
I'm seeing Camo with his ult as well, and he's generally been getting incredible amounts of value from it too. I want to see if that gets utilized here. That little fight in middle, so many things just falling in favor eventually towards Koi.
And that was a good re-clear at middle from Koi. They realized that there was a pause in the round. Hey, if they're going A, it's going to be in the next like 10-15 seconds. Let's clear middle, get back to A if it's clear. But fast opening.
Wow, I thought the flash was good enough there from Starkzo.
But why is Grubino going alone? Where's the nearest person to trade? And now Shadow's next.
Yeah, it feels a little individual here. Got to get back on the same page. Koi need to calm themselves a touch. They have spotted out the presence from Hoodie, so that's not a surprise. We've seen that a couple of times now. I'm trying to exploit that, but keep in mind that Starkzo's on his own here pretty much at A. That cross still feeling contested in middle. They're taking their time. They're being quite careful about it.
Koi's doing a really good job on their rotations. It's like a night and day of their defense right now. They're taking these gambles. They're going for these re-clears. They get to a position. They either choose to gamble sack now, or they can continue to clear through.
Are they going back to clear this? I mean, you look at Cloud's position, and you feel like he's got it every day of the week.
They should use a knife or something to re-clear, just a little bit of information, get the guaranteed info, and then they can go and take the fights if they want it.
Waiting to see middle as well. Hoodie's about to break this if he wants to carry on forward. So does that draw an eye? Starkzo just commits a little further closer on the angle. That's a check. Sees nothing, but we're down to 30 seconds, and they're feeling good now. Yeah, smoke's here. They're going to be on towards this side. Camo pops the ult. Didn't see anything, and now they're already on the side, but Shados to land the shot. Purpo's gone down, and now there's problems. Redgar's timing could be everything, though. Does he get it just right? Hoodie as well. There's so many elements that could go right, but they're running low on time. They've got to make a move here. Hoodie pulls the trigger. That's perfect. They're trying to secure the path. 8 seconds now. Camo on the side doing the dance. He's got to go huge, and he's doing so well. A 1v1, and he's got it. Camo. Exceptional work in the Red Bull clutch, putting Koi up to 12.
Koi is actually looking so much better right now. That just all the rotations on their defense make sense. They go down a player early. Okay. Maybe not the best play, the best opener, send your Omen in for an aggressive play alone while the rest of your team's basically towards B. Yep. But how do they recover from that? They gamble stack, they have the Cypher camp for B, they have a chip on top middle, they gamble stack. If you come A, we win. If you guys go B, we might go for the retake or we play for exit kills. We're already on 11 rounds. We're on a 6-round lead, who cares? Now they're on map point.
5 in a row. Feeling a little dire here for GiantX. Not really getting to the swing of things this half at all. Good reads from Koi, good positioning. liking what they're doing, handling everything the Giant X are trying to throw at them. What's the game plan now? It looks so similar to previous.
Grabino's got the A line. Just jiggling it for info. He might get pushed off in a second. But that might trigger a mid re-clear from the team. No, they just shift back over to A.
Giant X just not getting the responses they want from this.
I like how kind of like nimble Koi is. They're moving together so well, and they're not afraid to give up a space. They're playing to hold 2 places instead of like all different sorts of places on the map. They're so close together, they get to move in. If it's mid, they move mid together. If it's A, they move A together. It's gonna be B soon, they're gonna move B together soon.
They've cleared mid somewhat here, you can see that. Off the back of Shadow's
30
util.
seconds left.
And now the test comes. What can Shados do here? Wingman gonna get the plant down. You can see them flooding out, trying to secure behind it, and they're safe. So it's a 5-man post plant. This is very difficult for Koi to clear. No ults to bank on. They still have market control.
When does Starkso get his knife back off cooldown? Did he just use that?
I don't know if he used it on Pillar then. I'm a little worried he did. I think he might have done.
Yeah, that's not coming back for a while.
No, so they've got to just go guns in, at least to an extent. Shadow's still got Kit, Camo, Grabino. They've still got a little bit of util, but the time is going to start ticking. They've got to make a move on this one. Can they at least get it towards half here? Camo willing to challenge. Nice. Picks up one, but he doesn't get the frag off the back of it, but he's doubling down. He's going in. Shadow delivering bullet after bullet. Still no defuse on the way. Grabino dives in head first. Outstanding half from Koi. Be it a death rattle or not, it's a damn good scoreline. 13-5. They looked clean this time, Josh, and this isn't something we often say about this team.
That's definitely not something you'll hear from me, especially, but you're absolutely right. They looked clean, 4 alive in the end of the retic as well.
Icebox up next. Don't go anywhere.
I know a place that will break you into 1,000 pieces. Stay away from them. Stay away from Lorca, Paco, and Picasso. Don't ask about Lola. Ay, Caballo Grande. Ay, Dolor de Nieve. But in spite of everything, it occurs to you to visit Andalusia. Don't say I didn't warn you. Be careful of the Andalusian crush.
Hey guys, it's Jimmy Lin. In this series, I'm going to walk you through attack on Pearl. Watch out for the stairs, clear this angle. You're going to be able to fight this.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Let's do something crazy. Get a bit wild today. Cause we don't do this every day and we deserve it. Life is so amazing. Nothing is in our way. Baby, let's fly away. Do you feel it? Is your heart rushing the way my heart's rushing when you take it all in? Baby, this is where we come alive. Do you feel it? Take the world by storm. Just you and I can't believe it took so long to realize what makes us Let's break some rules. No, we don't always have to be good. Don't always have to do things that we should. We'll feed the fire. Let's see it through and let go of what's holding us back. Just light it up and we'll burn through the past and take it higher. Is your heart rushing the way my heart's rushing when you take it all in? Baby, this is where we come alive. Do you feel it? Take the world by storm, just you and I. You and I. Can't believe it took so long to realize. This is where we come alive. Do you feel it? Take the world by storm, just you and I. Can't believe it took so long to realize what makes us, makes us, makes us. This is where we come alive. Do you feel it? Take the world by storm, just you and I. Can't believe it took so long to realize what makes us, makes us, makes us. This is where we come alive. Do you feel it? Take the world by storm, just you and I. Can't believe it took so long to realize what makes us, makes us, makes us. This is where we come alive. Do you feel it? Take the world by storm, just you and I. Can't believe it took so long to realize what makes us, makes us, makes us. This is where we come alive. Do you feel it? Take the world by storm, just you and I. Can't believe it took so long to realize what makes us, makes us,
Ah, sit down! Guys! Hello!
Nice! What are they doing?
Well, I hope that your ears have survived, because that was none other than Koi taking their first map win against Giant X. What a way to start today. I'm Kakuk, I'm here back on the desk with Tom and Ash. Guys, did we expect that map one?
Honestly, seeing Starzo happy makes me happy. Like, honestly, with how long he's been in the scene, how sort of successful he's been in the past, like that map, they just look like a different beast. I feel like everything we've seen all the other weeks, other than maybe that one map of Lotus last week.
Yeah, I mean, it really is kind of the story of Koi here as well. When you look at their previous results, the fact that they managed to steal away a map from KC last split, and then they managed to steal one from Foot in week 1 as well, and they took that win over Vitality. It's pretty insane how they're able to kind of just let loose and play their game when their back's against the wall.
Right, and when we were seeing that agent select, we were thinking and discussing why is it that Camo has moved away from the Neon onto the Raze, but the performance that he was having, Tom, was off the charts.
Oh, this just looked like comfort. I think that was the main thing. Like, obviously, there was a few pieces of their comp, him being able to be a little bit more aggressive, play with the team, and sort of having the showstopper, I think, was a big part of some of the openers. But then it was just the clutch capability. Like, this guy was popping off in situations where he should have been absolutely screwed.
Oh, he really was. I mean, just maintaining that generator position that we saw was insane. But then that's also on the side of Giant X to not actually be playing together and allowing him to isolate those 1v1s. But it's pretty crazy how flawless the defense looked there for the side of Koi. I do think that we saw maybe some of the confidence of Giant X dwindling in that second half, where they seemed a little bit unsure of the decision making.
Yeah, and we're taking a look here at the stats we're discussing. On the left, you'll see the Neon, and on the right, you see what we saw today with the Raze. Now that he's moved onto this character, what can we, this agent, what can we expect also for Icebox?
It's difficult to say because Icebox is one of the maps we've actually seen a little bit of ISO. We've still seen people stick to the Jet. We've had Chamber even in the mix last time GX played it. So I don't know, but I think the most important thing for him is just comfort. Like when he is in the zone, he is one of the best players. Well, he's definitely the best player on this team, but he looks like one of the better duelists in the league. Considering they lose quite a lot of games, that's impressive.
Ash, you gave me a 75% that we were going to see some of the new changes. So far, we've only seen the race. Do you think that's going to happen on Icebox?
I still think it's possible because when you look at Icebox, I feel like it's one of the maps that we've seen a lot of the most innovation on across all regions. And when you're looking at that ISO, I think there's a lot of opportunities to try and scale up on Belong in particular with that agent with his wall that he throws up.
Okay, but let's talk about the other side as we jump into the AIM Labs warm-up with Fiti, right? Because we know that the last time the Giant X played this map, with the incorporation of Purple, things got a little bit funky, right? With the agents.
Yeah.
What do you make of that, Tom?
But that was the thing. Last time out, they were running Purple on Chamber, Fiti on Killjoy. They had a Gecko KO Viper. I'm not gonna lie, don't really like the comp. I don't think it gives you much initiation or aggression at all. I want to see Fitinho on a second duelist. Like, let him play more aggressively because we saw it last week on Breeze. The guy's cracked. Let him play the agents that allow him to do that.
And I think when you're looking at Icebox as well, it's this map where we've seen the pace change in the most, I think, compared to all of the others with how heavy you're looking to dive in on those executions. And again, like you were talking about, that composition, I feel like with Giant X, we have to expect a complete change because it wasn't working. They didn't even, on defense, which was the half that I believe they started on, just couldn't even find space to retake.
Well, let's jump straight into Agent Select to see if we're going to see any of those changes. Also, Starks in the interview talking about something funky. There is going to be changes, but actually, Tommy, it looks like they're going backwards. What is this, 2024?
The thing is, yeah, I think Giant X going back to the default comp, there's a few people out there that will be quite happy about that. I think Purple back on Jet makes a lot of sense. I think him being able to take space is important. I'm a little bit more disappointed with Fitinho on the Killjoy, but I still think he can frag and do well on that agent.
I definitely agree. And then when you look over towards the side of Koi for their composition, nothing's changing realistically from the last time that we saw them on this map. I don't think that that's realistically too surprising. We've also seen Stark, so for that KO, that's the agent that he's always been the most comfortable on.
Yep.
And it really enables him to fight for himself as well, which is where he tends to shine.
Yeah, I think their comp is probably one of my favorites at the moment. I think the Gecko KO combination, especially along with the Killjoy Viper, allows you for such good A executes. You can basically cover the entire site, put yourself in a post plant with Little Bro to help you out. So I think this for me is the meta comp, and the other side is sort of the old school meta comp. So it's more so going to come down to the individuals at the end of the day, but I would slightly favor Koi going into this one.
Okay, you slightly favor Koi. You're pushing for that too. Oh, well, Koi, the last time that they played this against Vitality, got 9 rounds just based off of retakes. Let's see if they can keep it up as we toss this to your casters, Pansy and Steel.
Thank you so much, Analyst Desk. Yeah, we got a couple of question marks coming into this one, but Icebox is Koi's pick. This is what they've opted to go into. And after picking up map 1 quite convincingly, how does this now sit with you?
I'm kind of interested to see how this plays out because typically they're better on their attack, and here they're starting on defense of this map, which means that Giant X also picked attack because it was Koi's map pick. So that's going to be interesting to see. And Giant X is running the single initiator. So that's going to be very interesting to see.
Okay, we'll keep a couple of notes on that then going into this one. As you highlighted, Koi will be on the defending side and Giant X on the attack. Now, considering that Camo's pushed up here, he's heard that step down below. And our drone is a bit of an issue, especially now, so he has to back out from this. But gonna burn that quite early. Remove a little bit of the utility away from Giant X.
Oh, the flash regress.
Quite like that, still very much chomping at the bit here. A little bit of chip damage, but nothing major.
Here.
Heal's gonna be invested. Oh, a shot from Starzo. That's Purple gone.
Oh,
Look
nice.
at this timing. The flash invest, or Dizzy invested, and the re-swing from Camo. He's feeling confident after map 1, and rightly so. Koi looking, should I say it, flawless, really, in this one. And Lucia flawless there to start off map 2. Josh, that was gorgeous to watch.
This is a reborn team.
Who are they?
I don't know what's going on right now. It's like, I'm not entirely sure what's happening with the situation with Barbar, but it's like these guys look completely reinvented. So yeah, maybe him not leaving is the player. Or maybe threatening to leave, maybe getting, I don't know what's going on. But these guys are completely different.
It always feels like, you know, when the pressure gets removed, when these players aren't, you know, under the, not necessarily spotlight so much, but when there's change of foot, it can be one of two things. Either they completely, you know, capitulate and fall to pieces, or they just have this, you know, random upswing in form.
I would agree with that if it was something to do with how they're performing individually in terms of hitting shots or taking more risks individually, things like that. But this is not that. This is more of a team effort. This is more about how they're playing together. It's about how they're moving together, especially on their defense. It's about just the way that they're approaching their attack side, doing their due diligence, using the ultimates, the set plays that they have. It's more than just, oh, there's no pressure, so they get to be loose. Sure. Because when we see that, typically it's people just running around and going for shots.
Yeah, I can see what you mean. And just to give you guys a heads up, obviously we are in a tech pause. That is going to be, I believe, a Koi audio issue. So once that's resolved, hopefully all will be good. You can see headset is off. So once the headset's back on, generally everything's good. But how you been, Josh?
I've been hanging out, you know, just me, just hanging around.
Yeah, that's it. Just been hanging around.
Pretty much. I mean, don't know really what else there is to do.
Man, I've been on the Elden Ring hype.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
How many hours you put in on the weekend?
Too many. Mate, I didn't
Maybe
even
not
see
enough.
sunlight.
Yeah.
Look, I'm willing to suffer. It's so good.
You know that meme where it's like you're in the room and then like the curtains open and then there's the bright light and you're just like, what is this? And you close the curtain. Yeah.
Literally,
I feel like that's you right now.
It truly is. I've been thoroughly enjoying myself, and you know, and getting a tech pause feels like playing Elden Ring. You know, it's just that endless pain. Hopefully we get to see this. Oh no, we don't want more headsets off. Start, so put your headset on, please, please, man, please. I was doing really well without this.
He was rolling down the stage.
Hi.
I mean, is it really a game without you and attack pause?
You
kind
did
of
this.
in
No,
tandem.
you did this.
I did not do this.
You did this because you started being positive.
Yeah. Okay. That's what caused it.
This is karma.
You know what?
Flip the switch.
Fair play.
Yep.
When I've been pessimistic, when I've been
Flawless.
heavily critical and
Yeah, it's been an Andalusia flawless all the time.
Yeah, there have been no tech pauses
Not
last week. There was none, right?
None.
And you were notorious. It's like 100%
Exactly.
win record.
You were
for
the counter.
I am the counter to that.
Can you
That's like,
give me a little
we should cast a Fnatic game. What better test?
It would, or Paper X, because Paper X
Or
only
Paper
ever
X.
lose when I'm casting, and it's very upsetting. I really like Paper X.
That would mean I have to go to champs. I don't know if Twitch chat's ready for that.
I don't know, man. I don't know if anyone's ready for that. You're not allowed in majors, all right, Josh? You've already figured that out, man. But no, look,
I will be
it's soon. If we let off the leash, it's fine. But no, yeah, we could do a bit of that. I think that actually wouldn't be a bad idea. You know what I mean? Maybe could you just try like a little bit of negativity? Just give me like a sentence, just something here. You know, focus it towards Shinex. Come on, they just lost pistol round. Give me.
I could do a generic pessimism.
Yeah.
Like,
It doesn't have to be too specific.
These ranked queues take so long, and then when you get in a game, and then you have an ISO, a neon, a chamber, and a jet lock instantly, and then a dodge, and then you have to wait 5 minutes for the re-queue.
Nice.
And it's basically the same thing up here, right?
Okay, I like that. Thank you. I see movement on stage now.
We got a no calmer, right?
Yeah, classic.
No headset, obviously.
Yeah,
2024.
Muted. Yeah. Playing off speakers. I did try and play.
Feedback coming in through the microphone.
Oh, don't. I did try and play on my laptop on a round table with no mouse pad.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was thinking. I'm so sorry to any of my teammates. It wasn't my best work.
I'm okay right now with the set. I have like a crescent table. It's not a full round table.
Sure, it's usable, but it's
like
not ideal.
Bolted to the wall, and it's a little bit of a crescent. It's almost a rectangle. Close enough.
Okay.
But not quite.
Yeah.
And I've just been repping the PUBGs, to be honest, because I'm on the Wi-Fi, so
classic.
Don't want to risk anything with it.
Yeah. Oh, I feel like your negativity might have worked. I'm seeing headsets on. I'm seeing glasses on. He's washing his hands. Oh, why did we cut to that? Leave Redgar some peace,
Beautiful.
man. Dude, sometimes
Yum.
I swear that the guys who do the little switches, they're like, he's picking his nose. Go to camera 3. Camera 3, nose pick. Lovely. Camera 2 now.
All right,
on the
he's
player spitting.
lifting one leg off of his chair.
I saw
his teammates are plugging their noses.
Okay, we're back in game. Thank you for your patience. Appreciate you guys, and appreciate you for the negativity there. You're
welcome.
Spurred it back into place. However, Giant X are going to be kind of suffering through this round regardless. I'm going to be seeing one Sheriff for Hoodie, and that's about it. And I mean, if anything to go by, that first round was really beautifully done by Koi. So I'd love to see a bit more of that. For now, Giant X just kind of going through the paces, looking for small victories here.
And they still have the wall from Redgar. They never use it on pistol. It might get them a plant. I don't know if it's worth expending it though.
Yeah, we'll see what they opt for. Already losing our Purpo makes it pretty difficult. There it is. Do you get a plant for this? Wait and see.
It's an expensive plan, but it's a plan.
Yeah. Plant gonna come in. I've lied. I can't believe I've lied to you like this.
I feel like he trolled us, not you trolled.
Was it a shock dart? What stopped him from doing it? I'm not sure what the actual utility investment was, but yeah, re-clears perfect. Koi firmly in control. 2 Andalusia Flawlesses now, back to back. Their money's gonna be in a great position really going forward in this one. And I don't know what the stall was there on the plant. Something must have stopped him.
I need to see a replay. I feel like he thought he planted and then got off because he thought it was done.
No.
Because it looked really close from what I saw. So,
please.
Come on, EVS.
Come on, EVS team. You're so good normally. You're my favorite people. Oh.
Okay, that's the opening kill.
Yeah,
and
no, it's too late. Damn it. Come on, EVS. I was on your side. It's fine. we'll say it was utility. It was chocolate upside now. Scribino. Careful now.
His teammate to bail him out.
Okay, he does.
There
Camo.
it is.
Oh, he still went down there. I thought maybe with the help from Camo, that could have been enough to maybe at least get him a 1-for-1 trade for himself, but not to be. But already repositioning towards the back of Yellow here. Let's see what they've got left util-wise. Cloud's already used the dart.
What?
Aldra, okay, yeah, he does get pinged with this, so I was kind of wondering if he got away with it. He didn't. Purpo's done well. Ball's there, plant's in. I'm gonna actually wait, plant's not in. Once again, I keep lying. I can't stop myself. Yeah, stalled out though.
I know. Maybe Redgar's been playing Wingman and has been just clicking a button, and then it automatically plants, and he's forgetting that he has to actually hold it. 4 on the knife.
Here we go, it's fine. No. Third attempt, Dizzy going in. Oh, 4th attempt. Redgar's really quite exposed here.
He's waiting for the wall.
Oh god, oh
the sand wall's down.
Oh, Redgar. It feels unfair. Like they've stalled them out really well. Like a lot of credit to Koi here. They have done really good stall, but now as a response, Giant X need to find a fight here. They need some safety, and they nearly find it. Starkzone now in a 1v2, but look at the HP. Plants there. That's a punish. And oh, the trade, Purpo. You left that real late in the day, bud.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do the negative right now, just to avoid another tech pause potentially. Starkzone, why are you turning around? You know that there's no way this guy's planting the spike without someone baiting him. Hey, planter goes down, instant trade. Why not just hold your ground, wait for the swing, and then go for that fight instead of turning your back and potentially like you have no recourse there.
Yeah. Oof.
All right, back to positivity.
Oh,
Redgar's got this.
I saw an outlaw and I was so excited because all of those light shields. I love an outlaw. Not going to get played here though. Camo going to opt for the Vandal instead, which is perfectly fine. Contact made again towards B-Long. This time, obviously, Grabino playing a little bit safer now.
So the last team we saw run this comp of GX, it was Team Liquid. And they were using middle a lot in that game. I wonder if Giant X is going to keep trying to force through B here. Because that's where Koi's putting a lot of their defense and their stall.
But again, it was a lot of investment for Purpo to take towards Yellow and then back away from this. I don't know if they feel like they've drawn full rotations, but I mean, they've got a fair amount of presence here, but I don't know if I like it.
It was a big investment. And I wish they would left someone, maybe Yellow, but Yellow, they might get scanned. He used his dash already, maybe at the lane or middle. But right now, the turret's up, the alarm bot's still there. I mean, they're gonna get into A for free anyways. It's Icebox.
Yeah, I'll wait and see how clean they get away with this. Oh God, Redgar.
30 seconds left.
His one singular dream is to plant the spike.
And he can't use the stage wall now.
Nope. been stalled out.
Is he gonna
Here
get
we
the
go.
plant?
Finally, dreams do come true. The plant's in, Redguard, job done. Oh, Hoodie, okay, gets caught on that one. No one really is responding quickly to this one.
They're pushing in, do they not? Maybe the headsets are down again.
I've got to say as well, Hoodie's taking a long old route here.
He thought they were instantly going to turn around and deal with him, but he went around and they stalled. They're looking for him right now. We could see that Grabino's looking for this flank.
Okay, Wingman gets denied on the defuse, so they're going to have to put bodies behind it, but 2 players been picked up already. Purpo and Fatinho going down. Late lurk finally coming in from Hoodie, and it's actually timed quite nicely now. Going to be an insurance policy on this round, going to make it incredibly costly. Molly went down before he fell at the time.
Okay, never mind.
It's all good, don't you worry about it. He got his plant.
He did his job. He is Sage. He's basically Wingman.
Yeah, Wingman with a res.
With a wall.
And a wall. There you go. That's a lot. That's great. 2-2. This is a good couple of steps. It still feels a little bit dangerous. It doesn't feel, you know, secure yet in how either team are approaching it, but the buy will be better for Giant X by a little bit of a margin. You've got the knives there for Purpo, so they can round out the buy. On the other side, there's still a little bit left over. They're going to equal out that money. Phantom out for Camo. Couple of sheriffs, a little bit of light armor here and there. So certainly not without a little bit of danger. The proactive deep knife finds nothing. So they might rotate off the back of this.
Grabino actually gave his weapon away. He is the one that saved, and he gave it to... Wait.
Oh. God damn, that was a nice little knife there. Popo, good start. The Danger Man camo is here though, the one with the rifle. Now last time they didn't commit off the back, but this time all's gone in. They should be able to get a plant. I doubt there's as much utility to really deny that here.
Spike planted.
Redgar, even getting away with his life. So, job done, 2 rounds in a row. Camo, how much danger can you cause? How much threat? How much util? You got a Dizzy here, you got Wingman, you got a couple of bits and pieces, flash, knife, all sorts. But he's just going in. The Dizzy didn't go deep enough, and he does go down. Cloud gonna confirm it. That's Camo gone. So yeah, he's got the classic. Actually, that Mosh is kind of nice here. That's gonna force him out, but no one to really punish. Shadow gonna find Redgar. Still dangerous, but Shadow again gonna find Hoodie. How's this getting as close as it is? Shadow's with a quick pickup. Gonna try and get that defuse started. Maybe get it to halfway here. Gonna spot the first. Fatinho gonna take at least a challenge on this. Time's ticking.
Get on it.
I mean,
there. Oh,
yeah, too late. They got so close on that though. I mean, they've done incredibly well considering, but you felt they were that close to actually getting the full job done. Red Bull clutch, yes, but bloody hell, down to the wire, 2-3. A close affair between these two.
Am I making stuff up, or did Grabino actually save that weapon from the round before it? You know, I think this is the troubles of getting older, is that sometimes you go a little senile and forget things.
A little senile?
A little, yeah. Because I swear Grabino had the rifle, and then it ended up in Camo's hands, and he went aggressive on yellow and didn't get... I think he only hit 1 body shot on 3 targets right next to each other.
It's very unfortunate. I need positivity back, Josh. We're gonna have to start, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, can we do that anymore?
Nope. No, I want to keep my job. Thank you. For now, though, we're going to look at the ult side to come through here. Shadow's got his. We're going to have Cloud on the other side. And Koi, really happy to test the waters deeper. Sitting closer towards Maze here. Pressuring a little, but Giant X not really deterred from the end goal. Heading straight on forward. Redguard going to pop the wall back on up, but now he's in a little bit of trouble. Camo still chomping at the bit, and he seemed completely unaware of the possibility that Camo's still there. Kept safe by the wall in play. So a second time of asking now, they're going to need that plant down. Yeah, there it is. Shadow's ult going to be brought in. Does get dealt with, but where's that second layer? There it is, but Giant X ready, waiting, perfectly played. Now Shadow and Shados not going to have the same sort of impact that they'd have wanted. It's a 4-man firing squad down there. Hopefully they've got eyes on. Plant now, going to come in.
Spike planted.
Cloud stealing Redgar's job. Okay, first man. Not going to get any more. No, Cloud, Purpo, safe. And I thought off the back of the fish ult coming in and that kind of re-hit that they went for, that was going to find huge value. It just found nothing. Giant X seemed really prepared for it.
And I said wow, and it might have sounded like I was surprised, but it was actually saying wow because I am constantly impressed with how good these guys are showing a good game right now.
That felt so difficult to say, didn't it?
It's a little bit like pulling teeth.
Yeah, blood from a stone, all of that sort of thing. Constantly impressed is our Josh. 4-2 though, Giant X now with a string of rounds. Starting to stabilize a little bit more. No timeouts called yet, either for Koi. Happy to run this a couple more times. Looking like they want to lean into a little bit of presence in middle. Should have been heard though.
100% it's heard, and it's going to be dealt with in a second by Hoodie. But this space from Grabinho over at B, he's got the entire B line. His teammates feeling no pressure to stack this. Here comes the alarm bot getting broken. No sweat. Turret still's got the A flank. Kildra's got the mid to B. They get to hold this line.
They still seem worried about it.
They are a little bit worried about it, but I mean, it's defensive icebox. You can't really do anything on this site. You just have to put the wall up and take the fights when there's the actual commit. Rotation away from A.
This is all on Grabinho, isn't it, really? When does he hear the steps?
This is what scares me a little bit, this lockdown from Killjoy. Or that B retake's gonna be really strong.
That's nice. Yeah, hearing a shot there too. Should draw over at least one player.
It's such low time. I feel like these guys are gonna time out again if they don't go quick, but if they go quick, they might just get flooded on.
30 seconds left.
Grabinho just kind of playing his life at the moment, which is the smart thing to do. Wait for those rotations to come in. Starzo's there now.
Push through with a KO flash?
I mean, the lockdown's going to come out as well. This makes the post-plant difficult. Force them to commit to yellow or incredibly far away. You can see almost the hesitation on Fatinho there for a second. Having to fall off from this. The flash is fantastic. Perfect from Starzo. That's the level you want to see from him. And now Fatinho has to make the arduous journey back. You're preying on the lurk from Hoodie. Maybe that presence will do something, but Wingman can be put to the challenge, and they've been cleared. Beautifully done. That deeper lockdown coming in. That flash was outstanding from Starzo.
I wonder if we're going to catch it on the replay. I think the reason why that flash was so effective was we actually saw a mosh pit kill. I think it flushed them out of back yellow. Instead of swinging to their right to go back towards lane, they swung to their left, which is exactly where that flash popped. And if you pay attention to where Grabinho threw his orb, he actually threw his orb on the Viper wall, Giant X's Viper wall. So they pushed through their own orb with the flash, which popped in their eyes as they're running away from the mosh pit, and one player runs back in the mosh pit and dies to it. So that's a really good retake from these guys.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, wow. Thank you, EVS. See, now we're best friends again. Love you guys. And as much as it's a close game, I'm kind of liking what Koi's doing, pushing up Camo like this, you know, constantly trying to get a little bit more creative.
And he's pushed up B.
Yeah, again, just layer on layer, right? Camo should be fully prepared. That Aldrin, he's being prepped though. Does it clear him? Yeah, okay. Rinse, repeat. Caught on the pipes. Dizzy back in, double flash. Yeah, this is nice. Koi really pressuring, but Shadow gonna fall. And in the meantime, look towards middle. Hoodie's taking space again. He's gonna be kept in check by the turret, I can imagine, but still, he's got a lot of room to play with. So it's kind of both on the lurks here. Do they pull the plug from this hit towards A and then bank on B, or do they continue on their pathing here?
Suppressed.
And knife again, they still know they're around. Camo just unwilling to relent.
I think Shadows can control the flank once that Viper makes that pressure, but this lockdown, denied.
Lurk on a lurk here. Yeah,
the Grabino's all the way in attacker spawn. There it goes, yep.
Freebie on that one. And the lockdown's been dealt with. So now the map feels small, it feels claustrophobic for Giant X, but they've got to fight forward, and they're doing just that. Starzo, I mean, I don't know how he got away even with the first, but he does. Fatinho on the trade out, Shados on the backside, trying to stall out time. 17 seconds, Grabino with the timing. Perfect with Shados to catch Purpo. But it's going to come back out, it's a 2v3. Plant needs to come in pretty soon here. Can't handle any more stall. Grabino gonna get a glance here, and it's Shados! Oh, I thought he even had a third there. No, Cloud keeps in control, but man, that got close.
It's getting real close on some of these rounds. That flank from Grabino was huge. Some of these opening picks, like I don't even mind the fact that Shadow went down there because they're doing such good jobs of just comboing these flashes. So many instances where multiple enemies are flashed, kind of lined up in the open, and had they hit the first bullet on some of these plays, on some of these pushes from Koi, they're getting a kill, maybe even a double kill as an opening. Like, these are really good things. And it's not like it's one isolated incident of them accidentally doing it properly. They've hit it at B on the retakes. They've hit it on pistol round, I think they did it on. They've done it a couple other times on A. Like, they're doing a really good job of it.
Also, saw Cloud getting a little feisty there. Saw him having a little bit of a shout across the stage. Love to see that. Getting fired up. Timeout, though. Gonna maybe quell a little bit of it. See Barbar having a chat with the boys. This is gonna be a Koi timeout. And in these close rounds, it feels like it's kind of hard to consider what to do. There's no clear-cut plan because it can be so close in some of these moments, right? It doesn't feel like it needs a complete, you know, ethos change or anything of that sort. So it's just kind of like tuning up little bits and pieces. In this predicament, they do need to find a response though, because again, if you look at where this string of rounds have been happening, it's starting to get quite one-sided in these gun rounds.
They do have the op-out, finally. I think this is the first time for Camo this game. And so that's going to change up things a little bit, because he can't be as aggressive in Nest, for example. He can't be as aggressive with the flashes, but he gets to have a deep line and punish any lurks, and we've seen that happen a couple times from Hoodie. It looks like they might just steal this B line and contain Giant X towards A. Oh, down the tube as well. Oh.
Yeah, you were lucky to not get punished even on the first there, it felt like. Shados just about got away with his life, but Starzo wasn't so lucky.
But he's taking the line at B now. He's going to get in garage. He might even get a kill and get out with the way that these guys are split up so much right now.
Camo.
Second guesses the garage angle. Now this is bad because he has no one to back him up. He has to push elbow to dodge it. Wait, he gets back.
Okay. He's actually not been thoroughly punished on this. The elbow doesn't fully... He's being closed down on those. Look at this split, 3-2 split. He's got pressure everywhere, and Purpo so ready to try and catch him as he backed away, backpedaling towards the safety of the B site, but there's no safety there. Plant should be going down, they've cleared it. Giant X with a really nice pivot through middle then. Love that little split, just taking away all of the options from Camo.
Planted.
Yeah, I'm interested to know why they chose to do that. I think they were just maybe faking towards A little bit on a default, and then they realized on the lurker, hey, they're down tube, they got the spam kill. Okay, cool, got the spam kill, let's go back towards B now. That's the only thing that really makes a lot of sense to me, and I might have missed something earlier on in the round though. But
I've never seen you make mistakes, Josh. Never.
look, you know, you could be like VLR and Reddit and stuff and pretend that I never say that I make mistakes, but
look, it's fine. Everything is good. 5 alive for Giant X. Got a nice little operator in hand. They're, you know, after what was a pretty dreary map 1, let's, you know, call it what it is. 5 rounds wasn't very, you know, it wasn't what they were looking for by any means. To come in here on the map choice of Koi and actually look a little revitalized. I want to give credit where it's due here. They've been looking quite nice with this one, navigating through quite an aggressive side as well. Koi's not been pulling any punches. They've been happy to pressure, to push, maybe to their own downfall at times after seeing, you know, Starzo and Shados barely alive after that mid-scrap. But still, they've navigated all those threats. They've got themselves 6 rounds in hand. And I want to see if they can continue along this trajectory.
Rubino's going to play on A. I wonder if he should have dropped the Phantom to one of his teammates and taken a Judge instead so he could play with his ultimate as soon as he realizes it's a commit to A. It's aggressive push from Camo, gonna get the entire B line. So this Viper ulti on defense is gonna come reactionary to this. Cloud has his Hunter's Fury, might use it to zone.
Yeah. Waiting to see.
The way they're set up, it's like they don't want to use the ultimate this round.
Doesn't feel like it, does it? At least with this setup. I'm kind of waiting to see what the third piece of this is, though, with Shallow coming over. This high-low doesn't get rewarded. Wall's going to be there.
There's the reaction.
There it is. So as soon as they get this close, what does Red Guard do? Plant up top, spam.
There's 2 people there to spam.
There it is, yeah. Spam did come in. That's done really well for them here. Koi looking actually like they were very well prepared for this. At least with the first couple of steps they've taken.
Hoodie could counter ulti and plant on the other side of the site right now. I think that's what they should go for. Don't know if he's going to go for that right now, though. It looks like Purpo's looking for an opening here.
I mean, maybe he can hear you. Maybe you know what you're talking about, Josh. It's crazy.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, but they still need that plant, and it still feels dangerous with Shados getting an angle like that. Just maybe even a shot straight into the pit. Don't know how much Shados saw, but saw enough. Now starting to dwindle in numbers. Hoodie trying to hold this one safe, but still no plant. Still struggling for that one, and Hoodie finding Starzo again.
Wrap from Shadow.
Shadow's positioning could be huge. Look at the timing on this one. Oh, it's Fatino. Comes out on top in that. Plants in there.
Spike planted.
Now literally on top.
Let's see what they go for here. Giant X with 3. Koi finding it difficult now. It's dropped.
Not a lot of places to play around the pit, though. These are spammable lines, and the Viper actually left it. The ult's going to drop.
Yeah, dropping on both sides. But
So vaulty for the
one enemy remaining.
Yeah. Shados, yeah, no options.
Yep.
It's too late. And don't worry, you can call it a bomb. Baby Bay did it the whole time, so you're fine. Just, you know, bomb site, CTT.
Thank you.
It's all right, I give you permission. You get one a game.
I
That's
get
all
one
you
a game?
Yeah, one a game.
Well, you do like 5 a game, though.
What are you saying?
I'm not taking notes
What are
or
you
anything
saying?
like that. Like, I don't know what you think that I use this for, but it's definitely only a counter for how many times.
I never make mistakes. What do you mean? I said deagle once, all right? It was once. Leave me alone.
I like the reaction from Giant there. I think it was a really good decision to counter ulti on the other side instead of trying to reposition somewhere else.
That was because it was your idea.
Yeah, honestly. You know, maybe we need another tech pause check to make sure that their headsets are on correctly.
Yeah. Because there's no way anyone would come to the same conclusion as you
Absolutely
if they were, you know.
not.
Yeah, true. Okay, 3-7, and the judge idea now gets brought out. However, not going to be able to be complementing that with a pit.
But I could get into Garage with the backup from Camo up top.
It still feels so risky.
Wait, yep.
Okay, timing might be nice on this one. Aldarin going to get dealt with. How ready is Redgar?
Didn't see
Better
it.
be now.
Yep.
Oh, just needs to wait.
Wait, don't get greedy!
Gabino!
I'm sorry, I had to break it, but like, why?
It felt unnecessary, didn't it?
Like, you're expecting that it's only the Sova on a drone there? That's it? Nobody else's Garage? No one's in spawn? Like, no one's going to punish you for that? That's a bit greedy.
Oh, that's not the ideal way. That could have been a huge start for them. That could have been so huge. And now it's been brought back to almost all even. But again, they're working with less, so you've got to take all those small advantages. Oh, Camo's been cleared.
They know KO's here. They don't know Gecko's here as well.
Do they carry on or do they?
Yo! Stop!
Greedy little fingers.
They're really pushing me, huh? They're testing me.
Yeah, they heard positive Josh was around, so they're like, what can we do? Well, this one looks kind of wrapped up, doesn't it? They don't know that the site's completely open, but it is. So they can just kind of walk in completely free
30
here.
seconds
Giant
left.
X. I mean, as much as Grabino made the mistake, they were ready for that. Didn't let that go too far, punishing off the back of the kill on Redgar. Nice work from Giant X. And as I said, I do want to highlight how well they pivoted back after not a fantastic map one. So plants in there.
Planted.
And 2 remaining players. I mean, your options aren't great. You're looking at your notepad. Did I say bomb or something?
No,
Such
you didn't.
AK,
It's just a
M4?
4-on-2, and these guys started on an eco, and there's 1 round left, and that means that they're going to go for it. If Shados gets a kill here, he will have lockdown for the retake on the next round. That might adjust their setup. So going for that is going to be interesting. Wingman for the defuse.
Got to start going soon, though. Okay.
Well, that's a start.
Well, there it is.
Just kidding.
There was the start, and there it closed. Done. Giant X, big first half coming through here. Already up to 8. Could close out incredibly strong. Couple of ults to bank in as well. You got Hunter's Fury, you got the knives as well for Purpo. Really nice. Now on the other side, Starkzo and Shadow do have theirs, so Shados 1 off from his. But again, this start and just the need to feed overwhelming.
We've got the need for feed. I like it.
Thanks,
That's
man.
good.
That's really kind of you.
The only thing I can think of right now, Cloud with the Hunter's Fury, Purpo with the Bladestorm, is that there is Starkzo with his ultimate, so he could definitely disarm both those. He could use those reactively as soon as he hears this.
And you know Cloud is good at it. You know Cloud is good at that. Instantly takes away Shados. And I think Shados was one of the players who was near to that one away, I think, from the lockdown. So
yep.
Not a bad target to claim.
And he's the Killjoy, which means that all the mid-lurk timings are open for access, and Giant X realizes this. They set up their Killjoy on A, and they get to go on Walkabout.
Yeah, both teams aware of the space created there. You can see Giant X and Koi both responding to that newly available avenue forward. Camo and Shadow put to challenge, put to task.
I have the spike.
Drone available to reclear B. They're going to use it as a... Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
And does that feel indicative, seeing Purpo backpedaling like that? I don't know how much stock you put into it, but you're feeling like maybe they were leaning back this way, but now you've had contact on B.
I think that was a misplay on the overall goal of Giant X. They were originally going to go back together, but then they chose, never mind. This is falling apart. It's unwinding.
Hoodie,
The seams.
they're trying to sell a fake maybe, but it feels desperate. But look at what they've done. They pulled them off from this.
They're getting kind of what they wanted, but they lost too many players in the process. I'll try to break it down after.
Spike planted.
Because the Thrash is available.
It is.
Starkso has ultimate.
Cloud's got one shock dart left, and he doesn't have his...
They realize they're playing pushed up by screens. They want to take these fights.
Yeah, they need a pick. Oh! They almost had one. They almost had one, but almost isn't enough. It trying to stall out time towards the top side here. Stark's going to pop the ult. Shadow's still got his. Redgar eats that flash. Almost had a chance at it, but no. Cloud's on the run. Vitinho, opportunity beckoning though. Reno going to find him on the 1-for-1 trade, and the numbers are not enough. A little bit of recovery at the end there, but it got messy then, Josh.
It got a little messy, and I think what was happening for Giant X was they put the Viper Orb up at mid, they want to cross back to B together, and then in the process of all that, they're like, wait, no, we're gonna fake reclear B with a drone, but we're actually gonna go back to A. But in the timing that they're crossing back to A, the orb drops, he gets picked out, and then that causes all the weird stuff to happen.
Yeah.
So that's why we see this forced play by Hoodie on B. Hey, we lost a player, like I need to sell this. He swings out, he dies as well, and things just start falling apart for them.
Bravo, guys.
4 rounds to their name. Koi just about clinging on to hope here, but during all of the bigger gun rounds, they only claimed 1. It was a drought for some time. Giant X had their number, and they were playing very well. Again, a little bit of a reminder of the potential of some of the individuals on this team and how well they can play when the stars align. Now, do they have what it takes on the defending side? Can they take us to a third? Does Koi have the wherewithal to bring us back here? Quick moves and no respect shown from Camo.
He got info, and that's going to help his teammates at B with the confidence. Hey, we've seen like 2, maybe even 3 people here. Go take it. It's free. Open up.
He kept 4 players there, kept his life, did a little bit of, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Yeah, you're right. Still forward position. Does get shoulder checked by Purpo there, so Purpo, credit where it's due to at least keep that in the forefront of his mind. But again, the reposition is hard to handle. Redgar now isolated from the others and just put to death. Grabino's now a problem. They have to put time and manpower to try to clear him out. They can't leave him on his own, and that's what they try and do. They just send Purpo in, just flying through it. But now you look at the post plant, still a flash for Starkso. Still got the nade as well. Whole other stall here to work through, but Shados on the trade out takes down Purpo. Vitinho, the last man alive. It's a lot to do and not a lot of time to do it in. He's got so many steps to take. Starkso too low down on HP, but he's fine. He had the support from Shados. It got even threatening. Koi take the first step.
That's a really interesting thing that I'm trying to like break down in my head right now about what Grabino did there.
Okay.
They had the 5-on-4, and they knew that Giant X was stacked towards A basically, but they had full abilities for the retake if they wanted to. So he wants to disrupt the retake. He goes up the site while they're planting, gets into the hallway, and he wants to go and take a fight. He sees one, he gets out, dances around. He's buying a lot of time for his team. I'm wondering why all of the rest of his team fell back instead of having anyone else pushed up with him, ready to trade or kind of like keep pressure on at the same time.
And I'm liking this confidence from Camo still, especially from that first round where he's just taking space, pushing up, and already very clear cut on this. It feels like a stack from Giant X. They have 4 players here. Could cause a little bit of mayhem, but Camo's up to task, up to challenge. Look at him. Clean as ever. Easier targets, of course, with just classics. Get it out of the way, move on. And we'll see a flawless, making the scoreline look far less punishing. 6 to 8 looks feasible. Looking at the bonus here, though, this is going to be massive, right? Like, how much can they do in this?
5 rifles. This is a really good chance for Koi to swing it back in their favor. I really like what they did there with they had the Viper wall up just so that they could do the cross. Then they traded out. They put an orb down for Snowman, dropped the wall so that they can swing and take those fights together. I really liked the way that they fought all those angles together and didn't straight up go for the plant because they don't have a Sage wall. They know they have to take the fights.
You're right. Purpo's going to hear all of this. Does he call in the cavalry? I think he does, but a quick play up middle as well. Navigating around the util. Already going to cut through mid, but a challenger found. Camo, you're so clean with it.
Shadows.
Does he must have either heard a step or something, because he is so deady to this. But there is a little bit of mid play coming in as well. Redgar.
The turret's down, which makes me think that he broke it.
Could be the case. I'm also looking at the placing of Hoodie. Redgar's having a rough game, and Hoodie's been found as well. It's on for Vitinho and Cloud. I think this might be a call to evacuate. I wonder if they even get the chance to keep these guns. Again, considering you're on the bonus, you could probably spare a little bit of it, but it's only Starzo who's down on the Bulldog. Everyone else getting those perfect upgrades. This has been a lovely round, actually. Oh, Camo claiming more. Confidence builders, Koi, right back in the swing of things. And Lucia flawless. I feel like I'm saying that a lot this game.
They're tied up on those 2 apiece, and they all happen within the first 3 rounds of each half.
Oof.
So a few saved weapons. That's going to be a little bit of a saving grace for Giant X here. Now they needed to make a good adjustment with it. What do we see different between what Giant X did on their defense versus what Koi did? Purpo, he's got the top yellow line. He's got no teammate with him. There's no Viper. Hoodie's not playing close to him, like under him. They don't have a high-low setup. He has no one to bail him out, no one to break the knife, no one to trade him. And so once he falls, everything just starts falling apart one by one, especially with Shadows, like the dagger on the side. Keeping everyone, like, they couldn't rotate. They knew they had to deal with him. They knew he was there, and that bought so much time. So twice now, Koi has a player that's inserted in an area that makes it so uncomfortable for Giant X to be able to move around and go for the next big objective.
Yeah. And I'm just happy we got Pips and Cam. So animated. A couple more seconds on this. Giant X need to break back in here. This has been a jilting second half, and I feel like it's a real confidence boost for Koi after what was, a real drought of rounds. So he focused back up here, still able to fashion a buy coming through. A little scary. I think the only real impact is going to be the hoodies down on the Bulldog. So, yeah, the light shields aren't ideal. I'm sure there's going to be some bits and pieces they'll be lacking, but as it stands, functional. Cloud. A little ahead here. Purpo by his side, looking for a pixel. Oh dear. Ooh. Ducking IRL. Head down. And it's all going to be noted. The knife, I don't think caught anyone at this point. Redguard just trying to play off the back of his wall, maybe trying to slice the sight in a new way, but Greeno checking up top, sees no one, but they are waiting on this. They're very nearby. They haven't fallen away completely from sight. Purpo pops that dash, waiting for a chance on this now. Needs to swing the corner if he wants to check. Camo's got him done. Good trade from Cloud, though. Gonna be forced out of position, very vulnerable to the firing squad. 3 men on the other side. And one by one, they're losing out here. They've got to be careful now. Numbers not looking so likely. You got Redguard and Hoodie close by. Wingman could go for this plant. Only noting one of the 2. And there it is. Plant's gonna be there, and Redguard can't push up any further.
It's a safe plan. They're gonna have to play in, but numbers for Koi.
Coutinho's just been caught off. Not even sure where he got found from. Yeah, nice attempt from Hoodie, but the numbers just so drastically in favor. And Redguard's position, yeah, already found. And again, there's something to be said. Redguard, he's a great player. You know what value he can bring to a team, but he's just having a nightmare of a game. 1-13, it's not fun. Played a role as best he could on that attacking side, but here, it's just going to be a walk away. Try and keep that weapon going further forward. And well, this is the turnaround here. And I have seen a new little icon. Did you see this one?
Faker, yeah. I popped it on the rehearsal.
Look at that. Oh. They shouldn't leave me League of Legends stuff, because I'll just start messing around with it.
Well,
you know? Don't know what else there is.
Dumpster fire.
Oh, that's a classic. That's a classic.
We'll save that one for later.
Yeah. That can come back when, Toxic Josh comes out.
Okay.
Past the watershed.
So I was like hoping that Purple would have tried to take a different angle, but the reason why he didn't, he was holding just that generator side, was because that sage wall actually blocks people from being able to walk up Maze side. So he's expecting no one's going to be there, but he didn't expect them to take the rope across to the top of 410 and then get that angle by dropping onto the sage wall from there and catching him in the back. So really unfortunate for him and unfortunate for the rest of his team.
Yeah, and you got to look at that money for Koi as well. Economy swelling out of control. 8.5 on Grabino, 8.6 on Shados. Almost able to buy that Ari skin.
Get out of my way! Monster on the loose!
Ball goes up. Redguard gonna fall away.
Caught.
And punished. Camo, look at this. The amount of presence they're taking. The second they get contact here. I'm becoming quite the fan of Camo. Not able to land that as cleanly, but the plants will be coming down. Can they deny it? Yes, they can. Wingman's fallen. Purpo gets to play his life a little longer. 50 HP, sure. But they have bodies back on the site here. So for the second time of asking, Koi are going to have to re-aggress this and re-clear, and they've done that. Cloud's fallen, and now that means that really Purpo's a bit out on a limb, it feels like. He's got support. Vitinho, Hoodie, okay, no, they're holding on to this. And I'm keeping my eye on Grabino as well, a mile away, but that spike being where it's at is an issue. And they're starting to think about it. Did Hoodie just... the timing is heartbreak. Yeah. Vitinho is keeping this competitive, but even trading back in a 1v1, Shallows won it out, tipping the scales in their favor. Koi.
5 in a row.
Yeah, this is... I'm wondering if there's going to be even a double pause at some point, if we're going to see Pipson just pumping the brakes, because it's not working. Whatever the adjustment was, hasn't landed again.
It's 9 out of the last 10 that Koi's won, and 5 in a row on their attack side so far. And they are, I mean, I've said it before, I'll say it again, I'll say it a million times. Their attack side is night and day better than their defense, and this is a perfect example of why. They are doing such a good job right now of being explosive with Camo kind of like going in. He has that killer instinct, he's ready to just go in. He's off the back of a thrash, flashes, dart, knife, I guess, to open things up, and he's just going in and trusting that the flashes are going to land, and then he's just going to go take a shot and find out whatever the situation is there. If he's able to go for more, he goes for more. If he's not, he's able to get out, wait for his team, and then go in again.
Yeah, it's actually quite nice to see, because, again, it highlights something to me that it feels silly to say it, but it's easy to forget how good Starzo is on some of these roles. I mean, you roll your mind back in the day towards when he was kind of playing more Sky and stuff like that. It was a little bit more apparent, especially during that Sky era, where it was just, you know, very, very strong. But even here on KO, his supporting work is fantastic, and then you see Camo thriving off the back of it. It's a lovely little bit of consideration. And statistically, I don't know if you guys can see it, but just to let you guys know at home, he's already got 12 assists here. You know, the guy is very good at that supporting act, and seeing the benefits of it in motion is always wonderful. So timeout called here for Giant X. I was kind of umming and ahhing if you're going to see Pipson instantly hit back in. The guy won't pull any punches. He's normally one of their own biggest critics as well. It's something that I actually quite enjoy about Pipson. He's very to the point. If you ever hear him on a desk or an interview, he will cut to the quick. So he can't be happy with what he's been seeing. So whatever it is, you got to try and make something happen now for your side, because as it stands, Koi taking the reins now. What do we have to work with? Vitinho locked down. Okay, Cloud with Hunter's Fury, but it is this Vandal with Purpo that I'm trying to focus on. They're going to try and slow down Camo a little, who's been wonderful at cracking this open.
Purpo needs a trigger to go off of. He needs someone to spot for info, do a flash, get noise cue, anything.
Play him in a little bit, right? And traditionally, I'd say Cloud can be extremely good at, you know, trying to set him into motion. And there's the info off the back, and he adjusts well. Camo's been punished this time. Falls away, doesn't need to outstay his welcome. He's got that first step in the right direction for the side.
No one from the side of GX has taken any space down middle or towards B. They have the alarm bot dealing with B, the turret dealing with kitchen, so they're just holding their spots. 4 versus 5, but the gun advantage is in the favor of Koi still. And a Viper ultimate to kind of help secure things. He'll get pushed out by the lockdown, so Koi might have to play in. Only the Viper spotted on that drone. Could be a lurk.
Yeah, it's definitely not enough that you pull everything over for, but they do have to, I feel like they have to take a little bit of a risk, considering they are on that lighter purchase. They do have that Stinger and, of course, the Vandal we saw debut earlier in this round. But as it stands, Ult's going to come in to try and secure this. Hunter's Fury on the other side. The plant has come in. Now, Cloud going to connect. It feels like an inevitability with him doing that sort of thing. And there's the
Passive
lockdown.
lockdown, though. It's not at the screen's angle. It doesn't get as much. It forces them not all the way back, so they get to play up a little bit in the forward positions.
Bomb grenade out.
Looking for the rest of the utility in this post plant. Starzo's got some stall, so does Shados. Grabino as well could buy a little bit of time here. There's the first bit of kit coming in, so that's going to buy a couple of precious seconds. They need to try and gap close here, try and get in their faces. Grabino's going to find one, but the trade there for Purpo. He still needs to be pivotal in this. Keep the pressure on. Purpo's doing exactly that, leaving it just down to Starzo. Wonderful work from Purpo, utilizing that hero Vandal just right.
It was a big round from him, and it's kind of hard for him to be able to get the value. I like what he did, though. He waited for some information to happen on the map. That was Koi kind of initiating things and being like, hey, we're over here. And then when that happened, here comes the dart. He's trying to go over the pipes. He's able to find one, which is a flick shot onto Camo. Finds an opening kill, gets out, and then from there, they're able to kind of keep the round stabilized. So that big opening kill, and that's what we're going to need to see from these guys. But he can't do it by trying to be a hero in very specific spots. He needs to do it very deliberately.
Similar scenes at the beginning on the other side of the map this time, however. The Dizzy, the Flash, and the space is taken. But you noted it before, and we'll note it again. The KJ utility is here. Knife will not deny that.
No, that had to have scanned the Viper.
It got the Viper, but it didn't take any sort of... I don't think it got anywhere near to catching Killjoy. So the alarm bot's still there. That gets cleared, but it's highly indicative. But look on the other side of the map as well. They're making a lot of progress here.
This is sketchy for Hoodie. It's not worth it, but he gets it. He gets it. Why not?
I don't know if I love that, because you got again, this was with 3 players, right? This was 3 players working towards B, and look at the space they've got on the other side of the map.
The space they've got the site.
I mean, they've basically got mid now at this point. Now, I thought Cloud might have had an angle they weren't quite expecting, but they are so on it.
He's dead.
Look, he's got 2. Let him make sure. He'd be nice to Redgar. He's too much of a sweetie. It's my only bias, apart from Fnatic, obviously. For now, though.
Naturally.
Yeah, of course. Oh, dear. Yeah, punish. 2v3. Oh, come on. How is this happening? This shouldn't be happening. And Shados, does he get challenged? He does. Cleared. Purpo trying to be the hero once again. And Starzo, I don't know if that plant's even favorable. It's certainly not. He needs to get a wiggle on. He's got to challenge it. Oh, just too late. And he's still even got the follow-up a second earlier, a second quicker. Could have done so much more.
When you count in your head, are you doing Mississippi or 1,000 or
It's
how do you do
crazy
that?
you think I can count that high. That's crazy.
Well, no, you're only counting to 7, but you use that word, that long word, just to space it out.
That means I have to take another hand, you know, like off the keyboard or the mouse. So I can only get up to 5. That's all I got. That's all I got, Chief.
Well, that's enough. Because it's like once you get to 5, you better hustle.
Yeah. True. I mean, 9 to 10. I feel like these rounds I'm finding it hard to find faith in, but it's working. Question mark. The timeout's working. Purpo, just get us 4 again, or, you know, hope that Starzo takes a little too long on the walk up. Shados just got his ult as well, so it'd be interesting to see how well, I guess, Koi try and clear this space taken if they do intend to use the Killjoy ult or anything else towards A.
As Fred Durst says, you gotta have faith.
Sorry. Sorry.
Was that a cringe?
Out of everyone who said you gotta have faith, not George Michael.
Well, I know, he didn't actually pioneer the song. It's like the Sweet Dreams thing, right?
I'm so done with you. And Purpo actually going to get away with one here. Considering you saw on the other side how often they checked on Camo trying to play this position, he got away with robbery on that one. Now, with a couple of ults to still depend on, this is what I'm looking at. What do they do with this? So the lockdown's gone in, and both teams pivoting right back towards middle here. I want to see if they try and get ahead of this. They might even catch. No, they cross each other's paths, not catching any glimpses, and they are sprinting towards B.
30 seconds left.
Are they out of range for this? I think they
The
are.
Sage here. Yeah, he was like, wait, did I hear that?
Yeah.
They're not in yet. Are they going to send him with the Thrash, though? Or are they going to bring the Thrash back? Because this is a waste of a Thrash.
That seems
it does
a
nothing. You don't get
little
it back.
much.
You don't get the
Yeah.
space off of it. 4-4 retake. No Sage Wall.
Maybe maybe just not sure how much control they had in Cloud. A couple of reminders of how good Cloud can be on this agent. It's wonderful to see. You can already see them preparing for this to be shot out. Trying to get that removed as quickly as possible.
Nothing a combo, though.
And away we go, straight towards trying to clear this. Grubino on the line, does get one traded out by Cloud. Shados and Shadow on the back lines here, still trying to play this through. Too many targets and too little time. As Shadow now left in a 1v3. They're back in the game. This time Cloud getting 4, and they make it up to 11.
Your duty is not over.
I'm surprised, yeah, they used the res there at the end of the round just to get that economy stabilized a little bit. Things were getting down in the dumps a little bit. Good opening pick. Got traded out. Not resable, but big shock. The limitations with this composition that they have is once they send that Sova dart in, there's nothing to combo with it. They don't have enough AoE utility. The Killjoy mollies are placed at the early start of the round.
Yeah.
The Viper molly is all they have. It's only one of them. I mean, you could argue you could combo it with a Sage Slow or anything, but you can't combo it with like a Flash, for example. And when you combo a Dart with a Flash, it means that people eat the Flash. That means that they're not being able to peek for a few seconds. That means that the scan goes off. It might get you some spam kills. It might get you the space. So there's a little bit of a limitation. So the fact that they're able to go in and clean it up that handedly, 3 people alive on a 4 versus 4 retake, and then they got the res, so 4 people at the end of the round. That's pretty good. And that's what Giant X needs to keep them alive in this game. I say keep them alive. They're winning. Yeah. They have a 2-round lead.
3 in a row. In the, whatever that timeout was, Pipson got it right. 3 rounds back to back after it. Just want to make sure Cloud buys armor. He does, no worries. As it stands, though, Koi did just call their own tactical timeout, needed a check-in here after dropping those 3 back-to-back. It's such a pivotal time as well.
He said step up or Barbar is coming to play for you next season.
I miss player Barbar.
I think I trialed him for MTW in 12 years ago.
I just remember Barbar having like one of the most like OT records, I think, as a player. Pretty sure he was part of that game.
Oh god, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Cloud. Yo, just finding confidence now just feels so audacious, but it works so well. Playing together, pushing up towards B, claiming a little bit of that space, falling away, it's perfect. Now the trade out.
They lose the site, they have Hunter's Fury, 5 versus 4 retake. No Sage Well for the retake.
Oh, denied on the plant there. Gonna force Shadow to put his life on the line now. And Camo's playing ahead. Now, does Giant X put a lot of faith in this? They need to clear very diligently. We haven't really seen Camo playing this close up. And he's on an island. Yeah, he's got Stark, so I guess kind of nearby with his 2 flashes, but still.
This angle is tough to deal with, though. He's probably going to get 1, use a Cloud Burst to stay alive.
Oh, he's got Hoodie as his first target if he comes through, but the Flood comes in from down low. Stunning work, though, from Camo! And the flashes, the support, everything from Starzo is just there as well. Stalls them out for the reposition, gets the swing off the flash. That is gorgeous from Camo. His supporting star as well, being Starzo in that. Those two working so well together. A really good synergy between the two.
Those first 3 kills, like this angle is so tough to clear because you don't really expect anyone to be up here. It's like only an angle that Jets can play. Getting that first one, I'm like, okay, he's gonna get out after. He gets 2 more, repositions, waits, 2 flashes come over, and on the second flash, that's when he peeks out and starts getting the last 2 kills right above Generator. That's where like the entry flashes go, and they're using that on the post plan.
It's so nice. Even the knife getting 4 of them there, so instantly able to kind of like prioritize targets, but still, that was a one-man show. These rounds overall had been looking better for Giant X in the last couple, right? They've turned this back around. But still, a step in the right direction for Koi after what was a couple of rounds of worry. Got to deal with the util here. This is going to be no surprise to them, at least on the alarm bot. It shouldn't be, should I say, but you can see how close by Hoodie is.
Use the orb. They could break that with a molly. Oh, the A fake to walk B.
Wow, I thought Dizzy caught him in time. Apparently not. Little off kilter in that, and Hoodie's got no idea. I don't know how Hoodie wasn't more aware of the chance of it, but there it was, right in his face. They're looking for options. Keep in mind, Starzo is not with the main pack of players here.
45 seconds.
Careful here.
They have the knife up on Starkso, but he's over on A. Oh, they're gonna fake.
Oh, but look at the positioning from Redgar. At minimum, he should hear them. They're trying to take the longer route, but yeah, you can see it. You can see the response coming out from Cloud, coming right back through on CT. Redgar not gonna opt to push on this, but the timing as well from Grubino is gonna be interesting too, how those two match up. But Starzo's crept the site.
Oh, he's
now
gonna get
Grubino, caught. The timing. Oh, but do they get the plant? I've got to see if they get the plant here. They're trying to, yeah, Wingman's on the case. There's Cloud to take away Starzo, so now, without that superstar supporting act, but there is that mid lurk. There is this mid lurk on the way, but they need to keep bodies on the site. Shadow has to be enough of a threat here. That's a freebie. Redgar being trailed the whole way. Grubino going to spot Fatinho, and now Fatinho in a 1v2. Difficult scenario, and Shadow puts him out of his misery. 11-11. This is a heartbreaking time now.
This is getting really down to the wire.
Their money's
not good. They do have Blade Storm to use.
Yeah.
Again, they don't have any flashes on this composition. We haven't really seen either team use middle that much. I wonder if this is the opportunity. We haven't seen Purple getting really aggressive on B yet. The farthest he's gone is kind of like top yellow. So I wonder if we're going to see anything like that being pulled out, or if it's just a straight up standard setup. Aggressive.
And it netted Cloud a reward before, but does this feel a little too obvious at this point? I don't know.
They baited, he shot his classic as like a bait. Hey, I'm still backed by yellow, I'm not over here. This aggressive position from Cloud, and sometimes like you have one duelist in your composition, sometimes it's gotta be the Sova that's getting aggressive. Sure, he's got drone dart, but he gets cleaned out. Not gonna follow for it a second time.
Grabino's been on the money today. A fantastic performance for him, he'll be happy with that, but still, the win would be everything, and it's on Purpo.
Here's everything.
It's on Purpo. Time to be a hero, and he can only get one. Takes away Starzo, he sees a lot, but they're getting towards 50 seconds now. If you're Koi, you've got to commit at one of these points. They have the man advantage too. They've got a good foothold here.
They have the Viper's Pit that they could
Shadow's
use.
gonna have his ult as well. They depend on that to clear the site, if they want to.
Oh, that's a good aggressive wall from Redgar there just to slow them down. Get the little bit of confirmed info. It's gonna pull the rotation. They're gonna stack this up, but yeah, they have to use the Thrash. They have to run in and use the Viper's Pit. They have to plant in the pit. They have to take the space. They can't just play just the plan.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, I was a little bit, I was question marking that one.
Oh, move.
Oh, out of the way.
Wait, they get the plan?
At the same time? That's ridiculous. I thought that'd get denied. I guess they put the fear of God in Redgar there. Patino wasn't able to even challenge it.
Surely use the Viper's Pit though, just to stop them. You have no other util, just a mosh pit.
Okay, first attempt. Yo, but still, they've got numbers. This would need, probably one of those miraculous moments from Patino. Not going to happen. Koi finding stability in the last couple of these rounds here. 12 to their name. They take map point, series point. If they win this next one, series is over.
Yep, this is kind of sad and heartbreaking if you're on the side of Giant X, because you were just getting the swing of things. You got 3 in a row, you're up 11-9. You're like, yeah, I'm feeling it now. Purpo had a couple of nasty rounds, starting to feel it individually,
guys, let's go.
And then it just slips away.
They're getting outplayed, guys. Let's go. Keep it.
They might just be getting outplayed. You might not be wrong. Cloud has ult, but you got to look at the buy. It's rough. What are you meant to do with this? Purpo once again called upon in these moments. Having a straight up just down middle.
Redgar, yeah, he's solo on A, he's 3-19, he's got a Spectre. I just don't know what he's gonna be able to do here. They don't really save the wall for the retakes, for the defuse.
No, I don't know what the plan is. I don't know how you're meant to make a Spectre work at this point. He has to concede the site anyway. Ult on top of it, plants in. Does remove the vision from Camo, to be fair. So, might have to change plans a touch.
They have to use the Hunter's Fury as a zoning ulti as the rest of the team scales in. No, that's team damage.
Okay, does catch on towards Shados.
That's a kill
and
with
gets
it.
Fatino found Camo as well, so they're down to 3. This could be OT. Starzo, Shadow, and Grabino. Oh, Grabino, that's nasty! Starzo in unison. He's starting to come alive here, but his Shadow now in a 1v2. Time's on his side, but they stand. Purpo gets him out of danger at the final hurdle. Pushing them up to 12 apiece. OT on the cards.
This is when the game's going to start getting a little bit freaky. We're not going to see that many ultimates unless someone has a really big round, but usually like the players that we're seeing that are doing this right now are usually like Purpo's doing it right now a little bit. Camo had a few big
Did you
rounds.
just use the word freaky as...
Is that a problem?
No, I was just curious why that was your go-to.
I mean, I did, yeah.
Yeah. Why was that your go-to? I'm just wondering.
I don't know. Probably
Somebody gonna match
reasons.
my freak? Is that like little meme in your head?
No.
Is that what happened? Are you trying to appeal to the Zoomers? Was that it?
Yeah, actually, that's what it was.
Got it.
You got
Caught
me.
you,
You nailed
caught you.
me. Yep.
Caught you.
Well done. Then I thought I could just like slip it by. It would go unnoticed.
I mean, I'm sorry. I'm on your side. I'm on your side. 12-12.
You say that again.
If I say it, I'll believe it. Koi starting off on the defending side. Of course, that then means Giant X on the attack. And they better be diligent about this one. Because you can see what's happening here. I wonder...
How many times has Camo been up here this game? 4?
About as many as Purpo was, but...
Oh! I haven't seen this before.
Yeah. I mean, he gets the owl drone burnt early, but he burned the dash, so he would...
Double flash in 5. Oh, no, he's abandoning it. He's trying to play it different. They realize it's 25 rounds into the game. Maybe one or the other team has caught on to what's happening.
Perhaps. Whoa, careful. Again, it feels like a lot of the round, I need to be careful to not use Faker's faces while I was using that. Is banking on these lurks, it feels like in my mind, the timing towards it, but obviously the main part is going to be this entry work coming in. There's a lot of bodies here, 4 players. Obviously for Koi on the other side in Purpo trying to work his way forward here. They've got at least the step in the door, but they need to kind of kick it down to get that plant in. Going to reveal the position of 1. Does he go on this? Redgar's in a little bit of trouble here. Going to be denied at least the attempt at the plant, and Purpo's found Shados. Big damage from him. Camo wants it on the action, be slowed down. Can't springboard to deny the plant. So they get out with their lives. A 4v4. The Lurk's not going to go all the way around. They don't know that. There should still be some caution to it. They have to get past Purpo, and they do. Camo with a belter. Now, clearing some of that util. First tap on the spike. Trying to draw closer. See if anyone's willing to go through that wall. They're not. Trying to close the gap over towards Maze. The double swing. Redgar unaffected by Dizzy, but there it is. Shutting down on them is Koi. And Wingman doing his job, doing his duty. And well, it's going to be a clean first round in OT for Koi. So they take the lead.
I have something to say, but it's mean, so I probably shouldn't say it.
How nasty is it? Is it personal? Like, where are we at?
It's not personal.
Okay.
It is about one of the players' performances, though.
If I hear the words Redgar, you're out.
No, it was going to be Wingman.
Okay.
It's basically 5 players plus Wingman.
Yeah.
Versus 4 players plus Wingman.
I don't like your tone
Now,
today,
the thing
Josh.
is,
I don't like
that is deep analysis that you can't get anywhere else, okay?
True, true. You know what? Thank my lucky stars you're here. Hoodie is a little bit of trouble. He's going to be kept a little safer, but not by much. Camo, come off it. Just knocks down the door in 1. You thought with all the util, 2 players to it, dedicated, that might be enough. Sure as hell wasn't. 3 now to try and keep Giant X alive, or it's over in 2. Redgar, Cloud, and Purpo.
Take flight.
Now drone coming in. Cloud trying to set them in motion, but there's no one really there to work through on this. Purpo's still pretty far away in middle.
The Sage Wall is the only saving grace. He needs to get it angled properly so that there's multiple blocks that they have to break. Here it comes.
I mean, what can he do, though? It needs an heroic attempt, and it's not going to happen. Heartbreak for Giant X, but Koi closing out in 2. A big upswing in performance there, Josh, from start to end. First map, I think, was really the kind of, I guess, the first steps towards it, but confirmed there on Icebox as well.
And I want to say it, I don't want to jinx it. I feel like every time I say this, that they look so much better, they look revitalized. I feel like the next time I watch them, it's gone. But they do look good, and their defense looks a lot better, especially on that first map, Sunset, with the way that they were doing the rotations, whether it be a man down or whether it be the gamble stacks. They're looking really good. And then I love the combos with the flashes as well.
Very nice. Yeah, seeing some vintage stars though there as well. Love to see him doing nicely. 23 assists in the end. Fantastic performance, and of course Camo working off the back of it. Grubino as well. Big performance all around for those boys. They should be happy that one, but still, this is a sour moment, I can imagine, for Giant X. Not happy with that. Map 1 not pretty. Map 2 rough around the edges, but still. Hopefully with a little bit more work, we can see them back on following Purpo, and Cloud still looking good. But yeah, credits where it's due here. Boys on the screen looking very much on point today. Lovely performance from start to end. And kind of glimmers of what we've always wanted from that squad, really.
And that's his gym work for the week. He's done.
Yep, he's absolutely nailed it. Right, that's enough from us. It's been a relatively quick day, but for those who want a bit more, who fancy really getting into the thick of things, do stick around, because we're going to be sending over to the post plant where Kakuka and Tom are waiting for you. And if I'm not mistaken, Shadow and Barbar might be joining them in a bit.
Always, Lauren, you are right. They will be joining us in a bit. But, you know, congratulations to Koi. What a performance. We were saying probably the pressure was off, Tom. But what we saw on Icebox, that was a different beast.
Because I think a lot of the time, especially teams with a little bit further down the table, you're going to have those issues of you go down, you're a little bit further behind, and then it's just gone. Like, I think we saw that in the first map for Giant X, but here it felt like, I think I said it to you once they won the pistol. I was like, I think they're back in the game now. And it genuinely felt like that. The team looked very positive. There was a huge uptick. I think, again, props to Shadow for sort of keeping the team in a good mental state when they're down. And yeah, they look like they're going to be a tough team to beat.
Yeah, exactly. Again, Giants are still not out of the competition, just like Koi. So if you want to see these teams or, you know, anybody else that will make it onto the playoffs, the tickets are now on sale if you want to come here to the studio in Berlin. It's such a great experience. So check them out because they're available online. I believe that we will have a QR code if that decides to work. Scan it, get yours. Otherwise, go on Google. I mean, it's not like you were born yesterday. And even if you were, probably you can Google things. So
Yeah, you know.
going back into things and talking, that's the ticket. That's what you have to scan. Otherwise, just visit emeatickets.valorantesports.com.
Nailed it.
Again, let's bring the conversation back to Giants. What do you think happened there? We were seeing that they were going back to that default composition, but then on the second half, things are not working.
I think it just worries me at the moment that it doesn't feel like Giant X are really playing into their strengths. They've got two strong individual players who I don't feel like are really being set up too well to perform to the best of their ability. And I also just think that when it starts going wrong, well, they don't have what the guys from Koi have. There's like to bring that sort of mental back. It looks like they're just obliterated mentally and everything falls apart.
I love that you bring in the mental because we have to bring in our guests, Barbar and Shadow. Welcome, guys. You know, take your time.
Hello.
Yeah, you deserve it. Are those mics working?
Dias. I'm not sure. So
Yeah. Well, congratulations on the win. First of all, guys, how are you feeling?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We're feeling amazing, yeah.
I think we are right, yeah.
Just all right?
No playoff, but it's nice to...
There is still chances.
Yeah.
I mean, especially if you keep winning 2-0.
Yeah. No, we're super happy. We go for playoffs.
Did you guys expect the result from today? Maybe, you know, you're saying no playoffs. Do you think you were playing without pressure in that sense?
Yeah, I think, to be honest, you know, I think every team really do need a sports psychologist, like a dedicated one, because it's hard. It's hard when you're a rookie. It's hard when you're moving to a new country, right? It's just very rough in the start, you know. And I think that the pressure is getting to us over and over again. And I mean, obviously we're playing quite okay when there is now when we know there's playoffs, so we'll lose every game probably, you know. But I mean, nah, we feel good. Yeah.
What about you, Shadow?
No.
On the mic. Like an MC?
Yeah, no, I feel amazing, to be honest with this. Yeah, a beatbox. Boo boo.
I mean, it definitely helps when we see performances like the one that we saw from Camo today. We were talking about the different changes that we expected to see in the game, probably people picking different agents, but you guys go back to basics and he had an amazing performance. What was that in the server? Because also we saw you guys super hyped.
Yeah, it's just amazing to have Camo like this. Like sometimes you have these days where it's like invincible, you know, and it's so fun to see that like in official and him just destroying Giants, to be honest.
But can we expect? I know that you said that, you know, that now that you know the playoffs is still a situation that could happen. Could we maybe see him in other agents? Because we were surprised that last week you went for the Neon, but then this week you went for the Race.
Yeah, I mean, I think we were super good in scrims on Sunset. We were scrim demons, to be honest, but we couldn't get it out there in official. So we watch Heretics win games, and we try to do the same. So thank you, Neil Senior, Weber, and the whole Heretics. Yeah.
I kind of wanted to ask you on the other side of things. You are a team that, in my opinion, your bind actually looks pretty good. And then obviously you stopped banning Lotus. Why today did you decide to ban the bind? Because as I said, I think it's a map that you could have at least gone toe-to-toe with. So why was it removed from the pool?
I think we had, if we don't ban bind, then they might pick it. And we wanted them to pick into a Sunset, because I think
the little counter.
We had all of their numbers. We knew exactly what they're gonna do, and they did.
Did you expect the split bind after what happened last week?
The what?
The split ban.
I mean, if you get one round on a map, then you probably, you know. No, but it's natural. So we knew that it's either split or icebox. We prepared for a split and icebox, so it was nothing super surprising. But the bind toe-to-toe, I think it's simply because we wanted a sunset, and also I think we need to renew our bind a little bit. These 2 days is the plan. Haha, gentlemates. But that's why also it haven't been feeling super good, and our sunset started to click, so we went for that instead in this matchup at least. Yeah.
Talking about and speaking about the icebox, things got dangerously close, but there was a moment, Barbara, where you asked for a timeout, I believe around round 21, and things start to change. What did you spot, and what did you say to the guys, or maybe it was you, Shadow, that you were able to close that one out?
I think we were not synced in when they stopped us, especially when they stopped us in choke points. I don't think we were synced at all. Also, to break a bit momentum, Purpose started to fire off also, so we wanted him to cool down a bit, right? And then just making up a plan for the last rounds, to be honest. So a bit better tactical than versus Fnatic, I would say, yeah.
I actually wanted to ask a question to you, Shadow, because I've spoken to a lot of your ex-teammates. I'll be honest, I don't think anybody has given a glowing review to every player except you. Like, your ex-teammates love you to bits. How do you stay so sort of like positive and level-headed in these games? Because it seems like everyone I've ever spoken to has always said he's always happy, he's always calm, he's always keeping the mood up. How do you manage to do that?
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I mean, to be honest, I just am who I am, kinda, and it's nothing more than that. Like,
it's not the banana sandwiches.
No, I mean, I eat those time to time, but no, it's nothing special. That's just who I am as a person.
I mean, you're saying that, but also I had an interview earlier today with Starkster, and he was complimenting you a lot. So it's not only the previous ones, it's also the teammates that you have. But I want to ask you, of course, this year, overall, it's not been an easy year. Also, you have some more responsibilities for yourself. What would you say is your biggest learning so far with all the pressure that you've been under?
I mean, like being the IGL now as well is so much more work. Like work overall, I need to put in more work than all the other guys and show them that they need to put in the work as well if they want to win. And now when it's tough, I need to like stay even more like dedicated to the game and try to cheer them up, because if I'm not doing it, no one is gonna do it, and we're just gonna be having a like shit mood the whole like we last 2 weeks, or depending on if we can get playoffs now or not. So we will see.
So you lead by example. That's a good thing. Yeah. Now, but about you, and I think that the rest of the team, Nidef, has also been very vocal in socials, and we wanted to show a tweet that you posted the other day. If you want to not address it, we can also move on. But you posted this out there saying that you will not be around after the season is finished. Some people are sad. I think that this was also a response to things that were happening. Where's your head at right now?
No, I'm always fully focused on the mission, to be honest, and I think that people doesn't know the full story, and I don't think that it's getting explained from any side at all. So no, I'm standing by that, whatever. I do think that the club deserves a Valorant division, exactly like I said, that all of the fans, it's a huge fan base, and obviously with a huge amount of people, there's gonna be some that is not too happy, but I'm getting hanged out there, but I'm okay with it, to be honest. I've been around for too long without letting that affect. Why I put it out there is simply because I want to take a little bit of the pressure off the team. If they want to think that they're fully responsible over this project and it's my fault that it's not going better, then that's okay. And that's why also there's other challenges after the season is finished. So yeah.
Okay, thank you. Actually, talking and speaking about challenges, let's take a look at your schedule, the matches that you have left. Gentlemates, Na'Vi, and Heretics. Now, I think I know the response to this, but who would you say is right now the scariest?
Gentlemates.
Really?
No. Obviously Heretics.
I was expecting you to say something like, I always
was
look
gonna
at
be
just
like,
my
oh,
next
yeah.
opponent or something like that. man.
I've seen them in screams, running ISO, Reina, Neon.
I mean, I think Heretics is playing on just another level in Europe right now. Super big credits to them. I mean, they're showing the way. They with that little time also and building the team and with the transfers they did, I think it's absolutely fantastic and they should be proud over what they're doing and continue what they're doing. It's going to be a super tough game, to be honest.
Yeah.
So obviously Heretics is the team to fear.
The most. Yeah, definitely. Funny enough, last split we had Team Liquid that needed a lot of crazy scenarios, and there was only one in which they made it, and they ended up making it to playoffs. I hope that, you know, we get it again as we take a look at the standings. Congratulations, you're no longer last. You know?
Who's last?
You're climbing.
Who's
the
last?
people you just beat.
You just push them down. We have two gentlemates.
I will retweet their
They're very
their
gentle.
funny video.
Too blind to see who are we missing on 9-8. But I believe that we do not have two gentlemates. You speak a lot about Heretics, but I think this question is going to be to you, Shadow. Last week when you played against Foot, it was a very, very close matchup, and you almost got it. Don't you think that that could be the same situation for Heretics? If you keep going on this progression, just imagine that you get to that last match against Heretics. It defines if you're making it to playoff or not.
Yeah, no, I don't fear Heretics at all. Like, I think we can, like, when we are at our peak level, I think we can beat them for sure. So.
Do you want any revenge versus Na'Vi? Because, you know, there's a little bit of history there, Shadow.
Yeah, like, of course I want to win, yeah. Of course I want to win against the boys in, like,
Can you out IGL Angel?
Yes.
Yes, there we go. That's all we need. I'm clipping that.
Okay, and speaking about clips, we have this question that we ask every guest to give to the next. Of course, first, you need to hear what Fallen had to ask you guys before your match. If we have that ready, production?
Guys, who is winning? I don't know who is bad. Just tell me your Spotify list, okay? Tell me.
Do you guys have a Spotify playlist?
I listen to classical music since 3 weeks.
Okay.
Tobbe, what is your list? It's horrible.
I was so annoyed by that.
Yeah, I have a little
Any
mix.
artist in particular? Any musician in particular?
No, it's a full. Yeah,
Beethoven.
Yeah, they're in there. Oh,
Legends.
No, it makes me calm. Every game beforehand, we're listening to that. But the warm up, we're having Shadow's playlist, and I would not recommend
cool.
it. It reminds me of when I was 15.
Little hardstyle, little electro.
Hey, you gotta get pumped up before the game.
Put in a little
you know?
pop there, put in a little
You're not
Justin
getting pumped
Bieber,
up to
and then we go. Justin Bieber,
Well,
Taylor Swift, huh?
There's a very famous video in Spanish that I will show you later because it's about that type of music. But now, guys, you need to send a question for tomorrow's post plant. Now, this question is going to be answered by either Fnatic or Vitality, since they're the ones that have that second match. So think about something. Could be either of you, both at the same time. You can ask 2 questions if you want. It's our show.
Half a question each.
Someone can start it, the other one can finish it. And you look into that camera that has the red light.
Mm-hmm. You have anything?
No.
Me neither.
How was it winning the game?
I guess we will take that. We were so excited that maybe today we would see either Haven, ISO, Neon. Maybe tomorrow we see something crazy. Do you guys think that there is some other teams that will play it this week?
Definitely.
If you had to predict who will play it, who do you think?
But we practice against this team, so we...
leak it. Leak them,
it.
Let's leak the comps.
Just open crack. Opencrack.com and just give me the name.
Plays.
I thought for a second you were going to do it, but thank you very much, guys. Congratulations on the win. We will see you later in the week. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, for watching, and for staying with us. We will be back tomorrow with more matches. Good night.
out. Camo on the side doing the dance. It's going to go huge. And he's doing so well. A 1v1 and he's got it. Camo. Exceptional work.
Sit down, kurve!
It's a damn good scoreline. 13-5. Icebox up next. Don't go anywhere.
Nice! Sansa! Wow! 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 We wow! Woo! Woo! Wow!
As well, stalls him out for the reposition, gets the swing of the flash. That is gorgeous.
Vamos! Vamos!
A break for Giant X, but Koi closing out in 2.
Tell me who you see when you look straight up like, wait, who us now? What you gon' do when we pull up on you like, ooh, touchdown. You already know what it is when I come through you. Ooh, shut down. Say, ooh, shut down. Say, ooh, what now? Tell me who you see when you look straight up like, wait, who us now? What you gon' do when we pull up on you like, ooh, touchdown. You already know what it is when we come through you. Ooh, shut down. Shut down. Ooh, give me that crown. I need that now, right now. Ooh, don't make a sound. It's my time. You hear the crowd. Yeah. We need that rain. Me and my team. Deja vu. This here a dream. We done all seen 100 times over back when we was just teens. Now we going dumb. Told them we the one. They would count us out. Now we counting up the funds. Now without a doubt, they be throwing up the ones. Like they was always rapping. Now believe them if you want. Now they show love. Came with a dub. It is what it is. What it was, they all love to hate when it don't work out. Tell you that they always been down when it does. Look. Say, oh, what now? Tell me who you see when you look straight up like,